To the NTEBA Division 1 and 2 finals. The Division 2 final, we have the Plough-In versus LWC Vikings. And in the Division 1, we have Park Tavern versus Mowbray Hotel. We've just kicked off. So we have Steve Morehouse playing for Mowbray at the moment on the Reds. Just going to take this one from the left, just run that over. Don't think he's quite on the middle ball here. Might just have to nick off the side of this one. He's still looking at the middle. Might sneak. Oh, he's left it hard up against that red in the middle.
Think we're on.
Think we've got you there, Robbie. How are you, mate?
Evening, Aiden. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
So,
So what game are you looking at, Aiden?
obviously trying to watch both, but at the moment I'm watching the Mowbray and the Park game. So, not sure of this bloke's name. I know he's David's brother.
Yes, he does look like David, doesn't he?
Yeah,
It's a nice little shot.
he just played that nicely. Ran that in under there. And
First game underway.
so we've got Maxi Nicholas on the other side for Plough-In. He's on the Reds. He's looking in pretty good position at the moment. So just going to run this down in and then come back up for your top red. He's actually chopped that up a bit there.
He's cooked that, hasn't he?
Yeah. All right. He's not real happy with himself after that shot. That's a great shot there. It's a nice little cannon in the middle. So he's just got to work out these two balls down the bottom here on the... I think there's a big enough gap.
I think there is
He's just got to get on the right side of that, which is going to be hard to get, but... What are you thinking from here, Robbie? Could almost try and play a slight glance off the one closest to the bottom pocket.
Yeah, if you can get through there,
If he's
that'd
got
be
a
the
big
shot.
enough gap, maybe just a slight glance off the side of it and try and park up on this other yellow. And he's done that.
Hit it
That's
a bit
not too
thick.
bad. He's probably hit it a bit thick. Still not too bad. He's only left him really. If that ball's not frozen in that pocket, he could just run that over, but it's already blocked, so...
Yeah, I think I'd be maybe trying to get rid of the
Try and promote this one
red there that's
in front of the yellow.
in front of the yellow there.
Try and promote it towards the middle or something.
Just get it out.
Oh, so Maxi's got another chance here on the Reds. Now, really you'd be looking at to come back around for the middle here.
Yeah, maybe.
Then you black back into the same pocket where that red is now that he's just potted. So he's come over. So he's going for he's going for a big cut. Okay, so Tomo's got another chance on the yellows here. Let's see which.
It's got a bit of work to do.
He does have a lot of work to do here. He's really take a little bit more time and think about where he's going to leave himself. It's a nice cut there by Steve.
I'd be thinking maybe Tomo maybe just a little nick off that yellow.
Yeah, the one hard
Give
up
him
against the cushion there, just nice
snooker.
little glance. That's
Yeah.
the shot I'd be playing.
Yeah.
It's got to be perfect weight. Let's see what he does. Looks like he's going to try and cut this one up the top by the looks of it. He has, and he's
Nice effort.
got a bit unlucky there. He got distracted the other ball nicely.
Yep.
It
It was a nice shot. Just a shame it didn't go in.
Yeah, it was great effort. Great effort.
He was left Max with a pretty tight cut.
Yeah, so he's got to cut this. Oh, he's gone straight in off. Then one's hurt. Last ball going off.
Yeah.
All the yellows are pretty much there.
All you need is a little bit of bottom on that and would have steered away from the pocket.
Yeah. So it looks like Tomo's lining up the cannon here. It's probably not my choice of shot. I'd be taking this ball that's over the pocket straight away. Just
Yeah, and then running
running
on the rail.
to the right and then back for your middle. But
Yeah, it was in the middle of the table, wasn't it? So
that's right. So now he's got to take the one on the rail, run that over. It's going to be hard to get the pace to get back out for the other. Yellow.
He's got to hit it fairly hard, and it looks pretty tight on that rail.
It does. It's very tight over the top of that ball. It's not too bad.
He's left himself a really fine cut.
It's a nice cut.
Yeah.
It's a very nice cut. Has he landed? Oh, he's landed right in the middle. A bit stiff there. With
Just a little bit hard. It's do or die now.
I suppose he's just probably going to have a dip at the bottom left. I reckon he's going to have a crack at it. Only seen him play a few times this year. It's obviously, I think it's his first season.
It's gone.
He's gone. He's pulled out a Guernsey. That is one way to do it, my friends. Anyone watching that is a Guernsey shot if you've ever seen one.
And I don't think you like losing from there. From Maxie would be pretty pissed off.
And
about that.
I'd love to see that one on replay. I'd love to get Guernsey over here to have a look at that one.
Guernsey would be proud, wouldn't he?
All right, so back to Park and Mowbray. Still got a bit of a tight tussle on this table over here. First frame. So he's got a bit of work on these yellows. They are pretty tight together.
Yeah, he's probably just got to chip away and...
even if he can probably come up there behind them off the rail, try and land behind one and get the other one out a bit.
Yeah.
It's coming off the other way.
Hard to say if it's total or not.
Yeah, that's right. It's not too bad at all. I suppose you're probably taking your middle. Take this one in the middle first.
Yeah. Or maybe
or do you
that
just
one down
going
the bottom.
straight down? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd probably be trying to clear this one away from these yellows, but
yes, but that one does actually cannon back onto the red.
yeah, it looks like it might go back
kind of
up
got to
in
play
there.
it now. He's got no shot on that one.
Yeah. Looks like he's just going to probably run this up in towards the middle, or
maybe run it back down towards his
it.
reds.
Get it back down. Doesn't really want it near the rail though, but it's not too bad. Right, so we've got the second frame underway over the other table. Plough in the Vikings.
Vikings 1, Plough in 0.
So got the young fella on the reds here, and I tell you what, they're looking pretty good. These reds. He's just got to take his time and hold his nerves. You know, first final, first season of 8-ball. You know, it's very nerve-wracking when you.
Yep.
The finals are completely different.
You just got to. Your head's got to be in the right space too. I was watching him earlier in a practice game, and he was in a pretty tough position, and I think he just gave up in the end and just.
Yep. So it's not too bad. Got a bit of work to do here on the yellows. Nathan from Plough in. He's been playing for a few years, I believe. He used to play down on the northwest coast. So we've got Steve still chipping away at these yellows here now. He's really struggling to get them into play, only because of what he's been left, obviously, but it's going to be hard from here. I reckon. So I'll be running this red up to this bottom right.
Yep. Cover the pocket there.
Cover the pocket, and then you've got it there ready, because he's taking his easy ball here, and he's just basically killing a soldier.
Yeah, that'll probably hurt him.
He needed to leave that ball there. That was already there to pop. I mean, it's still not too bad, but he could have already had this sort of ran up. But he's chipping away, so that's the main thing.
Yeah, ideally you got a ball over the pocket blocking.
Leave that
yellows,
there.
You would leave that to last.
Run the other one up while you're on it.
Get yellow
on the black. But
he's
played a beautiful double there, and
shot.
And that has gone in clean as a whistle. It's landed nicely on the black too. Oh, it was a bit hard because he was shooting off the rail, obviously, but
couldn't put any bottom on it, Scotty.
Yeah, but he's gave Steve a chance to get back into this frame now. So I'm. What are you doing? Would you have a go at it, or are you just doing a fine glance off the right side of this yellow and leaving it safe?
Yeah, I'd probably leave it safe. The black's
try and draw the two.
Looking real good. Just
nice, soft. Get really behind that yellow. He's gone for the cannon. Oh, that's a great shot.
Yeah,
he's gone for it, and it's paid off.
He's
That's the thing too. You know, you've got to back yourself sometimes and trust your ability, don't you? So.
Yeah, I'm just not sure where the black's going to go.
He might be able to come in behind it and kick it out maybe, but I'm not sure. Not sure how straight he is on it. That's the only thing. So. Oh, that's all right.
Nice leave over there.
Yeah. He's done well. He's really put the pressure on Nathan here. He's got three hard balls.
It's not too bad there. He's extracted it a little bit, but
just going to go for a double, I suppose. He's played it safe.
Left it safe.
That's not bad thinking. He's basically just said, you can have a crack at it, mate, and set it up for me. These kind of games can go for a while, but he's left the wide ball fair way away, so could be he might have a dip here. He might not. Be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, take your chances. Probably drill it a bit harder than what you normally
just
would.
Back yourself and just
if it
put it
misses,
straight
it bounces back out.
That's right, and could end up halfway on the rail somewhere.
It might leave it safe, or you might leave it open somewhere.
Nathan's gone for the coverage here, and that's a great result.
Nice
He's
hit.
Blocked off that black nicely.
That's a nice
there you go. So he's backed himself and steered it in nicely. So Steve gets the first one here for Mowbray. And that was a really well fought battle to get back in from where those yellows were.
Yes, very much so.
Chipped away nicely. So 1-0 to Mowbray. They'd be really pumped for tonight. They've been here and done it before. So, and I think, well, since I've been playing, I think it's Park's first final since I've been playing.
Yeah.
So it'd be good to see them guys, get up as well tonight. But I think it's going to go pretty much all the way. Oh, really? Yeah, right. There you go. Was Zach and that still playing? Yeah.
So he's got an opportunity here.
It's right now. It's fine now. Just going to try and run this in and come back over for your middle. You need to get an angle to get back to the black.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. He's probably landed a bit straight though.
Don't think there's a lot you can go to get position.
Not really.
On the black from
He's
there.
very straight from there.
Very hard.
Very straight. He might try and screw back a bit, but see, it's always going to be hard to get round to that.
Don't think he wanted it. I think he wanted it to hit the jaw and bounce back out for a snooker, but
well,
he's left with that. So
he's hit it too clean then, hasn't he? Okay, so what's he going to do here with this black?
Yeah.
He's just had a massive crack at it.
He's
completely chopped it up there. His giveaway too.
Missed the whole lot, has he?
So not the way you want to. Potentially lose a frame. Oh, he's overhit that too.
He left it safe.
Pretty safe. He's got away with that one.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's like he's looking at the cut here.
So Nathan's got a very hard shot here on the black. So we're going to see another Kernsey here, or?
I think he was looking at the cut. So.
Right, so
I'm sure he's not going to miss it twice in a row.
We've got Pikey on the other table for Mowbray. He's left this cuttable here too.
Yeah.
Very cuttable. He's just got to take his time. And don't celebrate too early. That is very stiff. Very unlucky.
Yeah.
Nice cut too. You don't want to lose like that, but unfortunately it happens to all of us.
Yeah. Salty's put the replay up.
Yeah, he's hit it fairly hard.
Unlucky.
So we have Stowie and Pikey on the other table here.
Stowie.
This should be a good game. I've had a few hits with both of these fellas and both cue fairly well when they're on.
So the Vikings take a 2-0 lead.
Yes.
And we have Shazza.
Wait.
Shazza, and I think it's Marcus.
Yes, Marcus. Yep.
This will
Pretty
be a
solid player too.
Yeah,
Well, both of them are.
This will be a good
Sharon's
game.
Been playing for a lot of years. She's very knowledgeable in the game. Not sure how long Marcus has played for. I've played against him a few times, and he cues quite well.
Yeah,
I
think he's
quite well.
he's only been playing for a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing long, and
Can pot a ball.
Got a pretty
I've seen him play well.
Pretty good eye for the game, definitely. So Sharon's gone in off there on the break. Looks like Pikey's having a good dip at these reds here too.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to muck around. I think he's going to go for it.
Pikey loves having a dip. I was just talking to him before the game, and he says, I never jump on for a warm-up game. And
Want a beer, Rob?
Legend.
Yeah, no worries. Pint, please, mate. Please, Red.
So tell you what, Pikey's left this pretty good here too. He's left it right up behind this yellow. And oh, he had two shots. Ah, okay, no, he hasn't left it real good then. I didn't realise he had two shots. He's left himself beyond that yellow.
Ah, right. Yeah, I didn't. Stowie must have gone in off, did he?
Oh, that's right, he did too, yeah. He went in off, so I suppose he's just going to try and come round for this middle one.
Off the rail, pot the middle.
I've seen these pop before, Robbie.
Oh, close.
I've seen yourself pot one of these one night on the black ball, I believe, versus the Hustlers. That was quite a nice shot.
I actually done that to pot the yellow, and then
then you landed on the black. That's right.
I landed on the black. Yes. Tough shot, but yeah.
Yeah, it's one of your favourites,
though.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I've done it a few times.
Seen you practicing a few times, mate.
Yeah. So Stowie
got Phil Eddie behind us, just itching to get on this.
Phil's itching to get on.
Phil joined us last time for the Premier League final. It was quite fun. Glad Tony's not here to have his input tonight with his what did he say? Hungry hippos. Comment.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone in clean too.
Yep. I think that yellow. I'm not sure if that yellow goes past the red in the middle.
I don't think it sneaks past that.
Probably, maybe the next best shot would be to maybe bounce it off the rail into the red and cover the pocket if it doesn't go in.
That's what he's tried to do.
Not a bad leave.
Hasn't worked out too bad.
Yeah.
Obviously, Pikey can't take this one that he's closest to the bottom left because black ball's in the way, so he's might be having a look at this other one to the same pocket that I just said.
Sharon's just played a nice
and
rail shot there.
He's hit it a bit hard. Unfortunately, okay, so Pikey's gone to grab the ball, and technically it is a loss of frame. So
yeah, we do play by the world rules, so technically it is a loss of frame.
He should have just left it to go in because you're obstructing the ball from going in.
I actually done it in a practice match the other day, and I went to go and get it, and I thought, oh no, I'll just leave it, and it actually just sat there.
Yeah, it is loss of frame. You can't grab it. So
I think it's the umpire's call. I think a few people were getting upset, but it's not a real great.
Well, it's not. Trying to be courteous to get the ball, but Yeah, it's one of them grey areas that people don't like. Unfortunately, it is loss of frame, so... So there's a bit of an argument here, but everything will be fine. They'll get over that and go to the next frame in a minute, so... Pikey's done the right thing and gone over and shaken Stowie's hand, so he's obviously owned it.
Anyway, we'll move on.
Anyway, we'll have a look here and... So we've got Sharon on the reds here. I'd say she's just going to try and run this down and take this top left pocket here. Oh, she's gone for the middle.
Yeah,
couldn't see the angle she had on the white from where
left
she was
Marcus
standing.
straight on his hard ball there.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've got to run this over now. Don't even necessarily have to pot it.
No, well, yeah, she's got one hard red there.
Yeah.
So, he's gone for it.
Alright, looks like we're going to get the other game underway here finally on the other side. So we have Adam Baldwin for Mowbray and what's the I'm not sure
I'm
the
not
old
too
blokes.
sure. I'll tell you what, he can pot all right.
Yeah,
so.
I've seen him play a few times and he has a good crack.
He knows the shots too.
Yeah, I reckon he's had a fair bit of table time in his day, mate. So
yeah, I think so. I love his hat.
He's got a great hat. I'd actually wear a hat like that.
I would too, you know. Like, I think when I get a bit older,
I
and
might
I'm still
see if
playing
I can
April,
buy it off him if they win tonight. She might be up for sale.
Yeah, we might be able to sign it for you.
Sign it for me, and yeah, I'll wear it around for the night. We'll see how we go.
Oh, great shot.
Sharon's played a nice double there.
Very nice. I think she has to play another double now.
Presume she's going to have to go for a face cut here. And Salty was busy, mate.
Need to do the dirty work.
It's lost the frame, so.
But he just kept going on about it. He should just let it go.
Right, Sporty's going to take the reds here. Oh, he's just got him in.
See what Sharon's going to do over here.
Now, I thought she'd have a crack at the face cut. She's hit it pretty thick.
Did hit it a bit thick.
It's left Mark's chance now. Really, this ball to the bottom left, you could... Oh, it depends if he's going to back himself and have a crack at the top one first, or is he just going to try and play a safe little containing shot? Hard to say. He's played for the cart. It's
not bad. It's not bad. She's
great effort. He has
this
left a...
Must pot ball, this one.
Yeah. It's the only thing here. If this misses, then she may well set him up. So.
Oh, top hit, Sharon.
It's a very nice hit. Back to self and...
Vikings get one on the board. Sorry, the plough in.
So, yeah, we've got 2-1 now and... Very nice black ball.
Well, I'm getting a bit thirsty, so I'm going to leave you, mate. I'm going to go and get a beer.
Yeah, we might as well switch over anyway if you want. All right, so we're going to switch over for Burry and Phil, wherever they are.
Phil's gone out for a smoke to calm all the other guys down, so...
All right,
maybe,
so Burry's going to jump on and...
Kearns, you can jump on and...
I talk a lot of bullshit. I would. I talk a lot of bullshit.
So here's my old mate Burry getting his headset on.
Just got to love 8 ball, mate. Brings out every individual, doesn't it? She's a competitive
So it was
sport.
only a couple of weeks ago I was sitting here commentating your guys' final, mate. So you know what it's all about with finals and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Always get a bit more nerve-wracking in a final, doesn't it? You sort of.
Pressure's a wonderful thing, it is, mate.
Yeah.
Especially in the back arm. It is. Back arm tenses up a little bit.
Yeah, that's
on
right.
certain shots.
Oh, sweet.
But I think we're in for a very entertaining night. I think.
Well, I'm saying Mowbray and Park are going to be very close. I'm going to probably go to the wire. And I'll tell you what, Vikings, first season together as a team, they've made a final, so it'd be nice to see them get up. And my first season, we done the same thing, Division 2, and won the final. It's always a good feeling when you're first season in and get that win.
It is, yeah.
Especially as a new team, and yeah.
And especially like if you got a bunch of mates and you just gel with and you get on well with, and you just want to stick around with each other and do the right thing, keep winning.
That's right. It's got Baldy on the Reds here, and he's played a really nice cut there actually, and killed one of the yellows in the process. So
he's made it a
good
bit
result.
Made it a bit hard.
And he's got control down in the top right corner there too. So he's
bought the black out
he's
too.
bought the black out too. That could be really nasty for him there.
Yeah, he's just got the hard one in the centre of the table. He has with the red near the yellow.
Yep.
That's probably going to be his hardest ball. He needs to develop this off this centre ball here.
Yep.
He needs to over on the right hand side and then try and get back around for it.
So just going to take this middle one first.
Yeah,
he's he's gone to get on that one straight away by the looks of it.
That slowed down, unlike the
it
other.
It did actually.
Unlike the other one that got touched by the hand.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what he does here, whether he tries to play it out or what he does.
He's going to run into this yellow, playing it naturally. That's the only thing, isn't he? But I mean, he's still left himself to run this back up.
Well, that's it.
Or back down, I should say, to the bottom left there. But
yeah, he just needs to pinch this one underneath the rail now and try and push through it and run through it a little bit and get a little bit lucky on the one that's already over the can.
Yeah. He looks pretty straight from what I can see, so he might have a straight cannon. Oh, he's just poorly hit it, but
if I was the old boy, I'd be running the yellow underneath these two reds.
Yeah, even if he takes this one that's in the pocket, so he can get a better angle to run that one under that red, take control of that pocket, or he might have enough of it there to cut it over anyway.
He'll
so
have enough to cut him. He should do.
That's a lovely shot. It's actually too good.
He's on him though.
Yeah, he's still got one in the middle there if he wants it.
And and the other one that's near on this left-hand side actually passes underneath on the other side corner anyway.
Yeah.
It'd be a thing to see which way he goes, I suppose.
I can't believe that cut went in. It was too bloody good. I thought it might have sat there, but let's just run this down. Oh, it's not a really good result there.
Yeah, but he hasn't left any easy shot because he's still got this one over the bag over here.
It's
going to
be hard to get around to it too from this other.
So really, the only shot he's got is to play this one near the black and push it back across over onto the other side. Get it back over,
yeah.
And then so that blocks out with that yellow as well. Then it does.
Looks like he's going to try and get round for it. Oh, he's kicked the black.
It was always going to be hard.
Always going to be hard to get back round behind it. So, all right, Burry, I'm going to chuck Phil on for a minute, and I'll be back on soon.
No worries, mate. Welcome, Phil.
How's it going, Barry?
Oh, yeah, pretty good.
That's good.
Just enjoying some good, steady pull at the moment.
Yep, some very steady pull.
Can go either way, this game, by the looks of it at the moment.
It certainly can. I'm fairly sure they've had some very tight tussles throughout the season, both the Park Tavern and Mowbray, as well as the Plough Inn and the Vikings. So these two matches could very well go the distance tonight.
Yeah, well, at this stage, it's looking that way at the moment.
It certainly is. It's just going for the little containing shot there, and
yes.
I think he's showed him enough for the pocket to actually be able to put this in.
I think you're right, mate. I think you're absolutely right.
May lose control of the white ball.
That's probably going to be the only thing that's going to hurt him, I think, is position.
Yeah, he's probably going to be trying to shoot that black straight back down into the pocket the yellow's covering on the bottom right-hand side. He's got... Ooh.
And that's always a danger with a shot like that, you know.
You
just never know where the white's going to go.
No, you don't. And he's gotten extremely fortunate that yellow was there. Because without that little nick on that yellow, quite possibly it was in off, so...
Yeah, well, he's only left himself the double now. Underneath this yellow on the left-hand side here, so...
He's got to go for it.
Oh, that's it.
But even with that shot, again, you're going to lose control of the white ball, so... He's been fortunate there twice in a row, and... He's left the Park player with some absolute roll-ins. Johnny's got some roll-ins.
Johnny's licking his lips here at the moment.
He certainly is. He's just wondering which way he's going to go about it. I watched him play a couple of weeks ago, and I was about to say I do not expect him to miss from there, but he's just shored up that pocket a little bit more.
Yeah, he was trying to hold, like where, you know, he had these two balls down here, down on the black ball side, he did, to play, even if he did pot it.
Yeah. I actually thought that probably wasn't the better ball to play first. I would have been playing this bottom right-hand pocket myself and taking the white ball further up the table. And he gets a chance at redemption here, though. He's got...
I think I'd be taking the ball now that you're actually saying, down here on this right-hand side.
You've got to, because...
He's got a little bit fortunate there.
He's gotten extremely fortunate there. I'm not sure if that was his aim, but...
The only shot he's really got here is bank off the bottom rail here and then push the black up the top corner. It's only really shot that he's got, in my opinion.
If you're going to be aggressive, myself, I'd probably play off the black and take it off the left-hand rail and put it in front of the yellow.
Yeah, but then you're just biding time, as where if you go this way and then pump it down there on the left-hand side, at least you covered the bag down there, give yourself a chance.
Yeah, that's true. You do give yourself a chance playing it that way.
He's just making a little bit hard on himself, Johnny is.
Yeah, he's
But he's playing cagey though.
He certainly is playing cagey. He's got the slow and steadies happening.
Yes, gets a rush of bloods on the easy shots, and leaves himself a harder shot. But he recovers pretty good. He does.
He certainly has. So Baldy doesn't have a great deal to aim for here. It might just be another little layup. So I think you had to get that closer to that yellow, make the yellow non-potable.
Yeah, it's always going to be hard from the angle he had anyway. Even if he hit it thinner, it would have rolled down for the easy ones down the bottom anyway. That's a good shot.
That isn't a bad shot at all.
That gives him the angle to get right back around. 3 rails.
He can swing it off 2 or 3 rails here and come back down. Pace is the only thing he's got to be concerned about.
Yeah, he's just got to get the right angle on the wide here.
I think we've just had a second foul in a row here on the Div 2 side of the tables with
they've done
Troy
it as well,
Kearns.
have they? Okay.
And you wouldn't be too impressed with that shot, as Johnny's just reaching for the rest. It's a bit early for a blanket and a pillow, isn't it?
Yes, I think you might be on the money there, mate. It is a little bit early. Oh, it's going to be very close
cue ball
to
going.
And it did. Yeah, and that's the thing with the rest too. Like, you know, you don't give yourself, you know, that security of actually playing the shot either. Makes it a little bit harder on yourself. It does, unless you play really well, like with a rest or whatever, or an arch. We can just get there and move the ball around the table like all the really good players do.
Yeah, you've just got to give yourself, like, you've got to be confident whilst you're playing it. There's no point being real timid to use the rest. If you're going to use it, dedicate to it and play the shot as if you had your bridge out there. Because there's no point in limiting yourself through thinking, no, I've got to use the rest. What am I going to do?
That's right.
Make sure it's firm. You know, you've got 3 points. When you use a rest, you should have 3 points of contact with the table, the 2 feet, and the handle.
Yep,
if you can.
That's right.
Always get them down.
Yep.
And it'll be just as solid as your bridge.
Not only that either, but like for me personally, I like actually using the lower part of the bridge and that as well. Like not the high part, like where it's just flattened out for you. And
the Vikings have just levelled it up 2-2, and almost at the same time, the Park's taken a 2-1 lead. So their spirits are up. They've they won that controversial frame in the controversial second frame with the loss of frame foul, but that is the ruling. So
it's
everybody knows that. It's been like it for a little while now. And
it's totally within the rules. It is, mate. And
at the end of the day, the umpire made the right call. So
yes, he certainly did. But I wouldn't have went on with it. I would have just let it go there and then.
Yeah, I actually went out the back with Chris and had a smoke and said to him, look, mate, you got to compose yourself because you're not here to carry on. You're here to play a grand final and try to win it. And you're not going to do that if
he's not in the right headset.
That's right. So hopefully that little talk worked and he manages to calm himself down so he can play a bit of 8-ball, because I know he's one of the better players for the Park. So
yeah.
But up next we've got Geordie Lloyd-Webb versus Leon Stanley. So this should be a cracking game. Both have had a fair bit of experience over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other table we've got Shane McIntosh versus... I can't remember that bloke's name.
Yeah, I'm not too sure myself.
Shane's just had a dry break.
Speaking about dry, I'm halfway through my beer and it's going down just nicely, actually.
They are. It's been one of the warmest days we've had for a while now.
I think it is our warmest day actually today, mate.
Yeah, for a while. It hit 25 degrees out Longford.
Okay, jeez.
Jeez,
I think it was only like 22 or something at one stage. We were up my place anyway, up at Youngtown. So Yeah, I was enjoying it and watching the V8s, and I was pretty impressed today. I was.
Yeah, I wasn't really impressed. The Fords are having too good of a run this year. I'm a Red Lion fan, so I wasn't real happy about that. But
Yes, I'm the same too, mate. Interesting shot there.
okay, so Leon's just missed that yellow to the middle. Geordie's on the red. And tell you what, if he maps these balls right and he shoots well, he could just about go out on the reds from here.
Yeah, he's just got to rely on the table, mate, and let the table and the nap do the work for him. You know?
He doesn't have any real hard shots. Like the way he's played that last one was a little bit tentative. I would have been trying to push further up to play the one near the balk line.
Yeah, he needs to get back on the other side of this now. He does.
But,
Yeah, so he's opened it up a little bit here.
He has. And he doesn't really have the frame secured either, because that yellow in the bottom right corner will come off the rail into the red and
That's
pop
it. Yep.
to that pocket. So if Leon can get the right angle here, which he has, he's landed on that fat. That is almost perfect to take this off the rail, off the red into the pocket, and have a shot into the middle.
I'd personally myself, I'd probably just try and dump on it and leave it over the can myself.
Yeah.
The way the balls are situated at the moment,
Yeah,
try and get a little bit of security.
I'm always thinking too aggressive nowadays.
Oh, yeah, I'm aggressive myself, but I'm just thinking the way the ball, especially like with the red and the yellow and the black together, they're all there, like, you know, they're pretty tight. Really, it's going to have to be a brilliant shot for him to get back on this one for the centre, and then to run the last two.
A little bit of left-hand screw. That went in neat.
Yeah,
I didn't think that went in neat.
neither did I, but yeah, he's made it really, really hard on himself now. Even if he does pot these last three balls, like, he's only got like two places really where the black's going to go.
Yeah, he definitely had to play that last shot with bottom left-hand side, so he
to
could screw
open,
behind
and
this
to open
yellow
it up.
and to open them up.
Yep.
Yeah, he certainly did.
That's why I would have just dumped on it and left it there.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's the right shot is to play conservative and block pockets, keep yourself in the game, make sure you get another visit, but I don't think he's got the right contact he wanted on that shot, because that went nowhere near that top left-hand pocket.
So it's not too bad.
That could be fantastic, that shot, because if he plays this again, he can
run
top it through into the yellow, put that on the bottom rail,
exactly, and push through.
and it looks like he is. He's just not hit it.
It hasn't worked out real bad.
And I've just had a quick glance, and that yellow actually passes underneath the red near the bottom left-hand pocket, so
Yeah, I thought it did.
he could be in a bit of strife here.
Depends on whether it's touching or not. If it's not touching, then he can have a crack at it.
Nothing's been called, so I don't think it is. And you might be better off taking the one over the top left-hand pocket first anyway, so which is the one he's gotten down on. Ooh, and he's made that a bit awkward for himself.
He's over here. He's in
I think he's going to have to go safety here, because
he's in a bit of a rock and hard place.
he certainly is.
I still don't like that.
No.
See, for me personally, I'll be putting a little bit of screw on this, and even if he goes for the Jackie, he leaves himself back down this side of the table, back down the bottom.
I'll tell you what, he's just had an absolute cracker of a result.
He's just pulled out a snooker when he didn't mean to.
Snookered on both of his yellows, And two shots very well could be coming his way.
But it's like what Steph said on my video, like when I was playing Peter Miller and went for a shot and got lucky and got the snooker. Fortune favours the brave.
That wasn't a snooker.
It's not a bad leave too.
That's a very fair leave, and it'd be a very confident call to say it from here, but I dare say that red's frozen just by the way it clipped off and rolled back into the rail.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So, oh, this is fraught with danger, this shot. That was looking in off all the way.
It's not a bad leave.
No, he's always going to find it difficult to get back down onto this bottom yellow here. I reckon it's just a roll over here. You just roll that yellow up over the pocket. And
yeah, well, that's it.
Hope you get back to the table, because
yeah,
I really can't see. I'm sure people like Rusty Wheeler or Jake McCartney could double this in and come off 3 rails and land fat on that yellow in the bottom pocket. But
yes.
That's exactly what I would have been playing.
Yeah, that's it. Like this, like no offence, but this standard, like you're probably going to get your extra shots. You're going to, you know.
Yeah, it's not really going to be a potting fest, either one of the finals tonight.
Yeah, I've noticed that already. It's become a little bit of a scrap.
Yeah, they have been very scrappy games. But, you know, these guys, they're all dedicated to their 8-ball, and they come out, whether they come out of just the Tuesday night and have a few games, or whether they meet up at the pub and have a couple during the week, they're all dedicated to their 8-ball. And, like, definitely seen improvement in a few of their players, in a few of the players over the last couple of seasons. So, and that's the thing that's going to help with your improvement table time. So.
That's a good shot.
That is a top shot.
It's a very good shot. I think it might go nearly.
You've got to have a go at this shot.
Yeah. Perfect. Beautiful.
You had to have a go at it because...
I thought he had the angle.
Yeah. If he didn't have a go at that and he just rolled up and touched the one at the top pocket, he's just asking his opponent to pot out. So
that's it. Now he's just got to square up and make sure he gets back down on the fat side of the black now.
Yeah. Oh, he could even go fine off the top rail, back down and play it in the middle. That's the problem with playing it thick, is you risk killing the white ball, and a lot of people think, oh, I've got to hit this with top spin because I want to come back down, I want to keep the momentum in the white. But those shots, you're actually better off playing with backspin, so when the white hits the top rail, it actually spins back off it. Where he's obviously hit that one with top spin and she's bit in and stuck.
Yeah, I would have more played it with a little bit of left-hand side to actually just get to throw it back over.
Yep.
Kick it across. Like it's aggressive, but like it pays off if you hit it right. You got to get the contact right.
Yeah, that's right. And I guess a lot of these guys, they're not going to play with a lot of side spin.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Whether it be left or right, they're probably more dead centre up and down the white ball to try to make their positions. And I think he's taken on the big double. No, the big cut.
Unlucky.
He's
very unlucky. But, it was always fraught with danger.
Oh, it was. It was one of those natural in-offs, even if the red ball wasn't there. So the Park's just gone out to a 3-1 lead. And we're still 2-2 here in the Div 2 final. Yes,
I think Mowbray are just a little bit unsettled at the moment.
Yeah, and I think that's got a lot to do with that second frame.
And when you get if you're like say if they actually the Park are 4-1 up, it's a hard slog to get there and come back though. It is.
It certainly is, because if you get to 4-1 down, speaking from their point of view, you get that little niggle in the side of your head that goes, got to win, got to win, got to win.
Exactly.
And you can try too hard.
Yep. Exactly.
And all of a sudden you're making mistakes you wouldn't normally because you are trying too hard. And I think Shane's going for the big triple cat. No, he's played that down over the bottom pocket, and that's not a bad shot at all.
It's pretty good. He has left the double on the right hand side though. He has.
Yeah.
So he can actually
there.
play underneath to the left hand ball.
He can. I'd probably. Yeah. It was probably the shot to play.
And he's just played a foul shot, foul snooker. He has. That's if Shane calls it.
Yeah, it's definitely a foul shot, foul snooker. I can't see. The only thing I can see you could do taking advantage of the foul snooker would be to maybe take the black off the rail, but there's no point. You've got 2 shots. Roll both these balls in.
Yeah.
And, should be able to go game from there pretty easy. You could even punch into the black here and send it up over the top pocket. Because if you go thin off this yellow, you risk snookering yourself behind the red ball. So I'd be trying to smack that black down the rail, and he's undercommitted to that shot. Meanwhile, we've got Chris is on the yellows, and I'll tell you what, he's going to have a fair crack at these, I reckon. Shane's played a cracking shot on that black.
Wow.
That was huge.
It was, wasn't it?
He's just ran that 5.5 feet across the rail and dropped it.
Well.
He had 2.
And barring a bit of bad luck, these balls of Chris's, they really do link up quite nicely.
Yeah, but what he can do is, he can still hold for this one, he can. He's got a couple of options, he can just get there and float back up, or play this one long, what he's going to play now by the looks of it.
Yeah. He doesn't have to, overhit this. He can just roll it in and still make nice position. And that's hit the far side of the jaw and just sat. So,
but he's in better control anyway than what the red balls look anyway at the moment.
Yeah, the yellow balls do look a little bit tricky. I'd probably be trying to cut the lowest ball out of all the reds. I'd be trying to cut
come
that
underneath
the yellow.
Yep. And you don't want it to drop either, though.
You definitely want that to sit. You're playing that to sit.
And you want the control, like the black's over there, and you get that control, and you got the yellow there as well.
And
really makes it hard.
You're forcing him to try to clear your ball out of the pocket.
Exactly, yeah, without creating a foul himself.
Yep. I wouldn't be going the cannon to try to do it, that's for sure.
Looks like he's going to this corner.
Yeah, he might be trying to cut back into the left-hand corner here, which is...
That was fraught with danger too.
Yeah, wasn't it? He's
but he has got a little bit lucky.
He's gotten a little bit of a result there because the black now passes to that bottom pocket, but Chris is still very much in control.
Yeah. He's just got to decide which way he's going to go here.
Yeah, he does. I think he's got to play the ball furthest to the left, apart from the one over the left top pocket, up towards that top right pocket, because it doesn't go in this bottom left. I'm sitting directly behind it, and it won't go down there, so he's got to find another pocket for it.
The shot that he's looking at is the right shot, like this, where the 3 reds are, and looking for the top one, the right hand side, to play off the rail
inside,
and just kick inside off the yellow.
And just take the pocket.
Yeah, that's it. Take control. And he's overdone her again.
Certainly has. Now, he's got to play this ball out of there. He can play it to the middle. He can play it to the top.
Probably better off playing the top corner, even if it just sits there. Yeah. Like he's got that under control as well.
That's right, and you've got better control over the white ball there too. So
exactly.
You can actually see where your white's going. Cutting it to the middle, you could come off the rail into the yellow over the top.
And then you got the other one the other way. Like,
Don't like this shot at all.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you, mate.
That's A very risky shot. He's gotten a bit of luck there.
I think he may have a bit of an angle to get back across on this one there, but it looks straight. It does.
I don't think he does. I think he's playing this one down the bottom. He certainly does.
Yeah.
Playing the one he was closest to.
He's
flirting with those middle pockets, isn't he?
Oh, jeez.
So he's running out of cherries, as they say.
He certainly is, mate. Yes.
He's going to be left with this wild double, and that, there's nothing wrong with the double if you can pot it. I suppose you could come off the rail and do it, but that's a long way. That's a long way off the pocket.
He's looking at going underneath it by the looks of it.
Yeah, off the rail into the red, and it's a long way off the pocket, that red. So it's got to be perfect. And
it's still a bit of work to do in the reds. It is still a bit of work.
You just play this one near the black spot over this bottom right-hand pocket, roll the white through to the bottom rail. You've got him snookered. You've probably got him covered from the up and down as well.
Pretty much, it's a natural cannon, really, and then he can drop down these couple here anyway, and then just push that across and get the nice snooker behind everything.
Yep.
And
now
that's not a
got a
bad
result
shot.
There.
That's a great result now. Like, he's covered the black.
Now you roll the one off the bottom rail across.
Exactly. Yep. He's just got to hit it fat because it's not going to go in the angle of it where it is there. He's just got to hit it straight, and then he's got the snooker. He's got the pocket covered. Yeah.
Yep.
So pretty much,
Yeah.
He's well in control.
It's perfect safety. I think he's going for hero status here, and he's going to try and go the out.
Well, I don't like that.
I reckon he'll be playing the cannon here.
Especially when you got the red up on the rail, up on the top side. Your hardest ball.
Oh, yeah.
And you're trying to pot out.
That's right. That's why you shore up this bottom left-hand pocket. Then you move that over the top right-hand pocket.
And then you move that one there.
And you
over on the side rail.
Yeah.
Then you're in the perfect position.
See, and he's opened the black up now, which even if he lays this up, you've got the cross-face double back into the bottom right-hand pocket on the yellow.
Exactly. There, he's got to lay up here. He's definitely got to lay up here.
He has to lay up here.
But like what you were saying, though, like funny things go through your mind when you're 3-1 down.
That's right. You can try too hard. And
he's lefty up and down the table.
He's lefty up and down the table.
I know you probably personally like try and tickle off it probably, but me, yeah. I'd be having a go at it.
I probably wouldn't try. I'd probably be hitting into the left-hand rail to put the white on the red, and pop the yellow out. A little bit harder than that.
Block.
So
yeah,
you've got the two balls from the top of the table.
Yeah. Yep. True.
Right. I think that would have been a positive but negative shot to play.
Yep.
Because you're not leaving him on anything, and your ball's out off the rail and pottable.
Yeah. Like still being aggressive, but being safe at the same time.
And I think we've just had a frozen ball called here on that red. So if he doesn't touch another rail here, which he has.
Yes.
He has. He's hit two.
It's good hit. Nice fin shot. Nice control.
And now's when you play that double back over the bottom right-hand pocket.
Yeah, it's got to be spot on the money. It does.
Your white's not going near the two reds. You don't have to play it real hard. And you'll have a shot on the black if it drops. So, but if you hit it that fat, you're probably going to get snookered. Yeah. And the only thing he's gotten out of that is he's blocked the black.
Here comes the snooker.
Yep.
That's pretty much all he's got is a snooker.
You know, he bangs the snooker on here. You just run the red down behind the black. So
that's a good hit.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, see, I'd just play this red down towards the black. Just sort of halfway between the black, halfway between the middle pocket.
I liken the fact, like, even though he's still giving him the shot across the table to have a crack at the yellow, but they're out there now. They are.
They are. He doesn't have any balls on the rail. They're all potable.
As where, like you said before, like, yeah, if you just flicked onto that one that was on the rail, all you could do is just touch it and it's still on the rail.
Yeah.
But it's off the rail
So
this time, so.
That isn't a bad shot. But
it's a containing shot.
If you're going to give away 2 shots, why not wreck one of his balls?
I think he's left him the double here though for this one that's closest to the rail. I think he may be able to poke it inside in the centre pocket.
Oh, even if he can't double it clean, he's only got to come off the side of it and chip it back out in middle of the middle of the balk line, and he's on the one in the bottom pocket anyway. So
unlucky, but yeah, it's a good shot.
Right, he's got it. Question is he going to have a crack at these or not?
Yeah.
I think he's going to have a crack at him. Yeah, I think he's going to have to play this black off the rail into the bottom pocket if he does go the out here. Unless, no, he's played a little containing shot there. It's not bad.
That's a good hit.
And there's no way that white's going between the rail and the black. So
no.
He's got to come up with a shot here.
Yeah. Yeah, and
you've almost got to try to get out of the snooker and just hope you don't.
And it's no point dumping because, you know, it's just an easy way to get out. It is.
Yeah.
Unless
you need to get out of it.
Unless you can get up behind this red up in the top rail.
A perfect way to get out of it would be 3 rails off the side left, off the bottom, into the right side, just past the jaw and behind the yellow, and that would be perfect.
He's got a unlucky.
He's had a crack,
but he's snooking him.
I think he has got the Brucey bonus, the old snooker there.
He certainly has done the bruiser.
And she's still neck and neck in the Div 2 final. They're 3-all. They're just starting the 7th frame. And we've just got a replay of Chris's shot there, which was an absolute cracking shot. And the total has been granted. You don't want to foul here.
No. So you've got 2 options. Either you get out of it, or you run the black down onto the red, down the bottom rail.
That's probably the only acceptable foul. But even then you're throwing the white out, so he can nick this yellow in, and if you don't get the black all the way up...
Exactly. Yeah, you're screwed.
He's got a chance.
So true.
Where he's gone...
Yeah.
I don't know whether he's had a bit of a fail with some side there or what the go is, but he's missed that by about half
a fair
cushion,
bit.
You know.
By a fair bit.
By a foot and a half sort of thing. This is just beautiful. You just nick this in, float up past the black.
Oh, he still can do it. At least he's got his hand on the table this time. So.
Yeah, he has got his hand on the table, which is all the difference a lot of the time. He should be able to make good position on the black. But
he doesn't have to do too much with it.
Probably not hit it that hard.
Now it's hard.
Now it is hard. You're definitely not playing this in an over. You've got to punch it. You've got to punch it in. If you're going to hit it soft, you've got to know you're potting it. So.
It's so true.
She's a puncher in and...
Yep, so it sticks
hope
in
the jaws
hole.
are fine, or you get it to pop out and go safe because... And that's one of the most unsafe positions on the table you can be.
Yeah, if you're not real good at like screwing down the table, you're better off just using like on the cushion, playing off a little bit so you can come around a couple of rails to get onto it.
And that could be So I wouldn't want to be playing this out of the jaw like that. It's not a hard shot, but
but
you know the
black.
pot's not hard, but
That's
you're not
right.
going to be able to make great position for the black from here
No.
unless you can really get into that white ball.
Yeah.
Where with your shot coming off the rail, you're always going to clear the white up towards the
That's
top
right.
of the
You're going to
table.
bring yourself up. Even with this one here, you can still play off the rail and play underneath and come off a couple of rails. Still be fat on it.
Yeah, the shot's still definitely there, but he's just rolling it in.
No, he's
No.
playing the safety, and
I
it's
think
not
the
a
way
bad,
he just
not a
lifted
bad
his head, it
safety.
was like he actually played to roll that in to pot it.
Yeah.
So I think he's blaming a roll on the table.
It's definitely not the roll of the table, that's for sure.
No, you shouldn't have been playing at that shot that soft
From where it was anyway.
for the roll to
It shouldn't have been the
affect the white
situation
ball.
to start off with.
no.
This is huge. This could be massive.
It could be. No. He's Tell you what, that's not a
easy.
bad leave because it's going to be pretty hard to get the white back down from there. You can't dig into the white real well, and
And
natural angle's throwing you over the top left-hand side
Oh,
of the
that's
table.
right.
So
And not only that either, like if you're really banging a white, you just don't know where the white's going to go as well.
that's right. You know, you got to get this with a shitload, a whole heap of bottom left-hand, right-hand side, and you know that's that trying to punch it through with topspin again. It just bites into the rails and sits there.
Yeah, well, the only shot he's got pretty much is to play this left-hand corner here.
I reckon you might see him play the double. Yeah, he's coming around to line up the double now, I think.
I know.
No,
Yeah.
the bonus with the double is you can leave the white on the bottom rail and the black's always going to the other end of the table, so you probably won't leave the easiest of shots, but the way he's lining up, it almost looks like he's trying to cut it. He's gone double to the middle and he hadn't come too far away from getting it.
Well,
Does this look like?
to me, it's looking like 4-1, and if he
It
composes
is.
himself
It's certainly looking like 4-1.
and takes his time with the shot.
Just sort of drag the white ball. I was going to
And,
say, does this look like it's off in the middle pocket? But, you know, I've hit a couple of them myself over time. Thought, no, I'm fine here, and punched them in the bottom and they've gone in the middle.
Gone in
And
the
it's
middle.
like, how the hell did that go in there? But, yeah. And it's 4-1 to the Park, and they'd be feeling pretty good right now. And the Mowbray's just got to compose themselves and try to peg a couple back because, you know, they drop the next one. It's going to be very hard for them to come back from there.
That's right, absolutely. Unlike another table here, the Ploughing and the Vikings, it's tightened up. She's 3-all.
She certainly is. They're going blow for blow. So,
Oh, finally. Oh, and he's left him open.
we've got Troy Kearns coming in to play a shot. And is he on the Reds?
He is on the Reds.
He's on the Reds.
He certainly is, mate.
You've got to have a crack at these, don't you?
Well,
Probably
geez.
not the cannon straight up.
No. Gutsy shot.
But, yeah, he's just managed to kill 2 of his balls. So,
Yeah.
I can't remember this bloke's name for the life of me. But he'd be thinking, oh, I've got a free go at either blocking this bottom left-hand pocket or running my other ball over the right-hand bottom pocket.
Yeah.
Because those Reds up the top there, they don't look that great.
He's just going to get a corner, pretty much.
I think he's gone for the snooker there.
Nearly went in the centre.
Yeah, and it's nearly gone in the centre, but I reckon that was what it was on his mind. put the white right behind the yellow, leave him nothing. Hopefully come back with 2 shots.
And not a bad shot for a miscue as well, because he actually miscued it.
Yeah, he's definitely had a tap with the lucky stick there, that's for sure.
That's...
Right, so the Reds are looking a little bit nicer here, but it should be game on yellows, you'd think. I'm fairly sure he's got enough of that yellow to nick him in the bottom and hold for the other yellow in the middle.
It's only a soft shot, and even if it doesn't go, right. It's over the can.
You're only rolling it down there. You're not belting this at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So if he had hit that softer, he could have held for the yellow, and that would have gone off one jaw and dropped.
That's right.
Because it wouldn't have had the pace to hit the other jaw.
Exactly.
And that's what kept it out. So he's got a bit excited there, and he's punched her a little bit hard. But I think young Aiden's pretty keen to get back in. So
I'm going to have a rest.
Yeah, and I'm going to run to the toilet, and I'll be back.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll
stay there for a second. You can come back and take my spot, mate. Welcome back, Aiden.
Cheers, Burry.
All right, mate.
So, yeah, Park have jumped away here, 4-1, and tell you what, it's a bloody good lead in a race to 8, isn't it? Mowbray are right on the back foot here, so they've really got to get a couple frames back straight away.
They certainly do, and they need a couple of their senior blokes to step up here, and
just keep their cool, and so Baldy's got a red off the break there, and he'd be definitely staying with them by the looks of that.
I reckon I'd nearly be going for this red near the top of the black. Straight up.
Yeah, that should go into the middle.
It's either that, or you can play the red underneath on the bottom side rail as well. You can near where the yellow is in the centre of the table.
Yeah, you can. He's got a couple of options to start with, so it looks like he's taken the middle to start him off there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
bit unlucky.
Bit stiff there. He's kicked the yellow in the way of his red. So don't think this closest red that he's going for passes cleanly. Oh, it does. It does. It's hard to see from that angle, but
it's a bonus.
Yeah. He's just got to work out these two on the left side.
He
should have enough room to maybe get one in under that yellow.
I think he might be able to just get there and dump where that red is now. He's played for it a little bit hard, but he's got a gap there in between them where he can come back around a little bit. But it's still fraught with danger because a lot of yellows about. Black's there
that's
as
right.
Well.
Just having a look. So he's having a look at the one on the right. The only thing is here, he might run into this yellow near the black.
That's a good hit. He's got the double.
Yeah, well, that's...
Yes. Then what he leaves himself is the red off the rail and try and punch underneath, just off the rail a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
And push the other yellow dead.
Just a shame he's put that yellow onto that black because it was cleared up, but it's not too bad.
Going for the cut.
I thought he might have played the double, what you said, but I mean that's worked out pretty well.
That's worked out better. It has.
So we've got Troy on the other table here, and he's looks like he's about to finish up. If he gets nice position on this black, he's just underran, but should be fine to cut this back into the bottom right.
Just needs to play a little bit of side, like about 9 o'clock or so he keeps himself out of the middle pocket.
Yeah, just to avoid that in-off. It's nothing worse than
going off after you pot the black.
Yes. Done that a couple of times. I think we all have, and there's no worse feeling, especially when you get a nice you get a nice cut or something and end up going in off afterwards. It doesn't feel nice. So he's left Nathan a chance to tuck this yellow up into this pocket here.
Oh.
And he's planted it there very nicely. Looks pretty happy with himself after that shot. Could we see another Kernsey here? And
oh, he's got to be fat on it behind it if he's going to go the double behind it.
Yeah.
Punch him up the backside. Blues it on.
Yeah. It wasn't a lot he could do. I mean,
because he definitely had the angle to go off the rail and bang through the backside on it to have a crack.
Probably wouldn't have even looked at that shot, to be honest, but he's got to play this pretty nicely, though. So he's that's the problem. You've got to. Yeah, that's right.
You got to hit it.
You got to really hit them ones, and he's left him straight on it here. So Troy's going to take this one, and tell you what, the Vikings go up 4-3 in their first final.
I'm going to have a spill and let Phil take over again.
So I've got my mate here, Phil, with me, who helped me out last time with the Premier League final. How you going, mate?
The dream team's back together.
The dream team is
I'm
back
doing
together.
pretty well. I've got about 3/4 of a pint here.
Oh, you're laughing. Yeah, I've just restocked my VB. So
everything's looking good.
Yeah, we've had some pretty good games tonight. I mean, as I was just saying to Burry, Park have jumped away, which is a bit of a surprise. I thought it would have been pretty much game for game, but he's fouled there too.
Tell you what, after that shot,
that is a
subbing
shocker.
Out.
That
his mum called and
said he left his game at home. Yeah. So he's going to straight away. He's going to ask for the foul snooker, and
I'll get into Simon about that shot on Monday. We work together, me and Simon, and he'll watch this stream and he'll see that little bit of banter and he'll have a quiet chuckle to himself. I have no doubt.
I'm sure you'll be getting into him about that shot then when you see him at work, mate. So Baldy's gone for ball in hand here, and he might just have enough to come through this gap for the middle, and
I'm pretty sure
he's pretty much home and hose from there.
Just rolling,
just
from
roll,
there, aren't they?
Yeah, just roll that in.
Roll
and
this one in.
Beautiful. It's just a simple little pot out for Baldy here, and they need this, mate.
They certainly do. If this, as I was saying to Burry, if they go 5-1 down, their heads are going to be in a bad place.
Oh, definitely.
They're going to start trying to make things happen,
and that's when you start really making more mistakes too.
That's right.
So
Baldy's.
Tell you what,
we've given him the pump up, and the old commentator's curse has come out.
It's gone from a simple roll into I'm going to have to use my two shots, and the hardest part is being so close to the black, but he
shouldn't really have a problem with this, though. You've got two shots, you just play it into the rail, stop the white, and then play it in the middle.
Yeah.
You don't.
He's
I wouldn't
had a fair crack at that, and
I wouldn't have punched it like that.
He probably hit a bit hard. I think he should be fine to run this in. He's not going to run into any yellows or anything like that. So
he's completely safe there.
Take his time.
Maybe if he
back
came
himself
off the top rail and nicked this one out here into the middle, and I know the viewers can't see which one I'm
Cuts it
pointing at,
over,
but
and that's what he needed, and that's what they really need to
that's-
try and get this momentum going.
that's a great settler for him.
So we're
And,
4-2 now, and
Simon would be kicking himself because
he would be,
he's
because
been putting a fair bit of practice in this week and last week, and
Yeah.
he really wanted to come out and play well.
you don't want to make them mistakes in any game, but in a final especially.
Yeah.
So we've got Mark over here for the Vikings and Sharon from Plough Inn.
Sharon's been playing this game for a long time,
Yeah, she's very
and
very experienced in the game.
expect her to play a very tactical frame here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, we've got a bit of a cluster here beside.
she'll just nick this red near the rail up over the hole,
Yeah,
and,
just leave it set.
and she'll be happy with that. She'll look at the table and she'll go, my red on the bottom right-hand side of those three yellows together.
She's going to be
is
wanting
holding
him
me
to
in
get
this
him out
game.
too, yeah. That's
yeah,
right.
That's right. She's going to take her time,
Plays a very patient game.
and she certainly does. There's been a lot of questions about why she hasn't tried out for the women's side, because
Yeah,
at
well,
times
she's a
she
very
can-
steady player. Like, I mean, I remember when I first started playing a couple of seasons ago, and yeah, always seen her as a very steady, good player.
Yeah, when I was playing Division 2, she was one of the people you probably didn't want to play from their side.
Yep,
Her and Alan Atkins and
yep,
Liam
Yep.
Seymour, they were
yeah. Played
the old Newstead Chalkers side.
That's right. Yeah, that they were the team when I first started playing that were sort of up there, and I think you guys played them in the final and that
Yeah,
season and got
we-
up over them.
We had a fair bit of luck against them in finals. We managed to win 4 out of 5 grand finals against them, and
Just-
they were 5 grand finals in a row. And
Yep.
we won 2, lost 1, and then won the next 2. And
Yep.
then we decided to step up into Premier League.
All right, so we've got Stowie up here. Tell you what, that white ball has absolutely jumped around.
Young Stow, he's
Okay,
come up,
and he's come up dry. So
yeah, he's come up dry, and
so
the
Leon's
yellows look nice, but you've got this one
The only
red
thing is,
over
yeah,
the bottom
the-
left-hand
yeah.
pocket, and that's going to cause you some
That's just that
dramas.
one obstacle, isn't it? I still think you take the yellows. Just got to just try and come up behind it and get it to this bottom.
Well, he can
bottom
actually do
right,
that
but
now. If he plays this one into the middle
I think he might have
with
enough
some
angle.
bottom left-hand side on it, he can actually bring the white down. You don't play it hard.
Yeah,
You've
just
got to
nice and
caress it
soft.
down there so the white ball floats down behind this yellow, and he's played that with top straight into the rail. He's probably thinking about doubling
Maybe,
it
yeah.
out.
Well, that's right. But you've got to get down the way now because I can't see another way to get up behind it.
Yeah, so you can play it into this bottom right-hand pocket.
That's right.
Um, So he's got to
I think he's got to double it
he's
now.
got to double this, and he's got to
I
double it and put a fair bit of backspin on it too.
Yeah.
Because if this drops, he'll be left with not much.
Even if it doesn't go, it just gets
And-
it back out to
oh.
play. Oh, he's gone for the face cut over. Tell you what,
he's got face cut. And
it's not too bad.
that's kind of worked for him. Like you'd be cutting this one in the top rail here with a bit of top right-hand side, so you can run the ball down the rail.
Yeah,
And
try
block
and
that bottom
get
right-hand
control of that pocket straight away. You don't want to.
You
red,
don't want
red
him to be putting the yellow in front of the red.
No, that's right. And
So
that red that
now
he's
he's-
just run into, I was about to say you don't want to move that yet, but
He's got a
still,
result there because he can run this one
he can
down.
still run this one down anyway. So just a
the
nice
cluster
little.
of 3 in the middle, if he gets this over the pocket,
He's hit that too hard.
He
He
has.
just needed to sort of run it down, dead weight, and leave the white sort of more on the right side of the rail.
You
Like,
could have almost played it down over the pocket and left the white right on that yellow.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And that would have given you a chance to break these 3 up in the middle. Whether
See-
it be potting the one over the bottom left and coming back into the pack and just giving them that gentle push out so a couple are available to
That's
the middle.
right.
And
now what's Leon looking at here? It's hard to see.
I
Must
think
be.
he's going the long pot here,
Yes.
and he has.
Yeah, he's got up of his shot really quick there.
He has. He's jumped down. He's jumped out of it really fast.
I thought he may have taken the one closest to this bottom red first.
Or even just shore up that pocket.
Well, that's right.
Like,
just
they're
take
not
control of
going
that
on
pocket.
sprees here, so
Exactly.
from what I can see, the more pockets you block, the better.
Yeah,
it seems
exactly.
to be the bloke with the balls over the pockets that are winning the games at the moment.
Especially with that cluster of reds too. Like, see now,
Stowie's done himself a favour there. He's gone, I'm out of this frame if I don't do that.
yep, and he's done it early. So
He's got a little bit of a result. Fair enough. That
he's
red come
tied
up
the
next
black
to the
up.
black.
Yeah,
You know, it's not in his favour straight away. But if Leon pots all these yellows, all of a sudden that black is extremely hard to get to.
exactly right.
Oh, Mark Leslie's just tried to put the yellow
Yeah, it
inside of
wasn't
Sharon's.
too bad
Sharon's
of an
red.
effort actually.
He had a fair crack at it.
Now,
And he hasn't left her a great deal. He's blocked her off the one in the pocket on the top right-hand side.
if I'm Sharon, I'm taking this long red, doubling it back up to the right hand, and leaving the white ball over on the left side.
I'm probably going the other way.
You're bringing it back up the left side.
I'm bringing it back up
Yep.
the left side, off the rail, and trying to snooker him from the ball over the bottom left-hand pocket.
Well, she's brought it up to the middle, and
She's
she's
potted
actually
it in the
potted
middle.
it. So that's one way to do it.
Yeah, well, here we are talking about safety,
Yeah.
containing, and she goes, mate, this is what you do.
That's what I love
You
about
just
this
fucking
game.
bang it in the pocket.
Everyone sees a different shot and plays it different ways. So, I mean, she's still got this one tied up.
I think she's
on
going to
the
have a
yellow,
crack at
but-
me. And,
All right, so she's.
oh, Leon, I think he's having a crack at him too.
Yeah, well, looks like they're nice and open now. It's just
Certainly
he's
are.
got to break this. He's got to somehow break this black out. It's the only thing at the moment. I'll tell you what. She's hit the wrong side of that, but it hasn't worked
She's
out
got a
too
result.
bad.
She's got a result.
So now I'd just run this over
Oh, and leave her fat on the
and
red.
just leave it up behind that red, mate.
You don't have to build it.
Nah,
Just play
don't
it
hit
soft.
it too hard, and don't. I was about to say don't
don't do
don't
that.
pot it. But yeah, he's hit it a little bit too hard there. But
And
he's
he's forgot to hit that one. He's just
he's probably not enough wheat
he's
picks,
been too
mate.
tentative
Yeah,
and thought I just need to block it. Don't
could have
pot it.
been second guessed himself
And-
as he took the shot as well. So
See, he could have played that into the rail and still blocked the pocket to where, like, because all you had to do is play it just above the jaw and it comes down and it floats in front of the red.
that's
and you're
right.
sorted, and you don't have to risk the not making contact with the rail.
Now on the other table here, Sharon's just
Oh.
said, "I'm not breaking these balls apart, and
You do
I'm
it."
waiting for you to do it." So we're going to
And he's
see.
got the perfect angle to do it here too.
We're going to see what he does here. See now, yeah, I don't
What's
like that.
Stowie going to do here? Is he going to try to cut this in the bottom and go in off, or
Oh my God!
that was screaming in off?
Mm,
And I think it was just inaccuracy that
probably
stopped
saved
from
it.
going
Yeah,
in off.
that's right. Now, Mark's having a really big think here. See, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
potted that
he's
second. That
rock in a hard place.
Yeah, I wouldn't have potted that other yellow.
You could nearly get away with playing the black into the rail there. I know they're not going to think about that sort of shot because they don't want to give away two shots. But sometimes you've got to give away the foul
Yeah,
to get yourself back into the
that's
game.
right. So that's exactly what
Sharon's
Sharon
got-
was waiting for.
She's
Just
got three roll-ins here. The
Yeah.
one over the bottom left, out off the rail,
that's right.
into
Just
the bottom right.
nice pace. Yeah,
And she'll play the black in the middle.
Yep.
If she punches it, she'll
I
play
think
it in
she
the bottom
might
left.
even be able to come back around for bottom left by the looks of the angle, but
Yeah. But no, Sharon, she doesn't hit real hard, so she's just going to roll this
probably
in
just roll it in.
and go for the middle.
Yeah, she has come around. See, it's landed a bit short,
Yeah,
but
see, she's
she needed
she's
to
sort
hit a
of in
bit harder.
between.
Yeah, sort of in those.
She's in between now, but she's got a free go at the double even to the right side middle.
True.
And leave the white down the bottom.
Yeah.
Alright, so
All right. So
I think Stowie's actually.
I think
with that,
he's
with
actually
that
taking
almost in off.
he's taking
got a bit
control of
a
his frame
result.
somehow. Yeah.
And the only thing he's got to worry about now is getting that red away from the black.
Mm.
But I actually think if you get behind that red, that goes to the top.
Okay, so
Right-hand
Sharon's
pocket.
gone in off
Sharon.
there, and
And they've cheered it. And that is, I hate seeing that.
Yeah, it's nothing to really
That is
cheer about.
one
but,
thing I don't like. I've actually...
You don't like losing like that.
And cheer when I've gone in off the black.
Yeah, it's...
And I've just looked at him like, what are you doing? You don't cheer that.
Yeah, that was a bit unlucky. I don't know why she didn't...
You don't applaud it. You say, oh, unlucky, you know. Even though inside you're thinking, fuck yes, we won.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know, thought we were going to lose, but we won. You still... You do the sporting
really
thing and you say, unlucky.
Wasn't really...
And Stowie's pulled up about 3 inches short of breaking that red out there.
Yeah.
So I think like Soldy's left the autofocus on this camera because she's going a bit blurry there from time to time.
So he's gonna try and come back into it from here, is he? Or no?
I think he's got to play. He's just fouled. He's feathered that black with his finger,
and he's called himself, and that's what we like to see about this game too. It's really unfortunate that he has done it, but you always like to see, you know, good sportsmanship. Very unlucky for Stow there. I think he was going to try and run it down to the bottom right because from here it does go.
It does go, and it blocks one of his balls.
That's why he left himself that angle, but very unlucky that he's fouled there. So
and you'll probably find 100% of 8-ball players, or very very close to, would call the foul.
Oh, definitely,
if they touch the ball.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's one thing the 8-ball community prides itself on is their honesty.
That's what I love about this sport too, mate. Everyone's...
You don't have people throwing the elbow up, so they
that's
the unintentional high tackle.
No, everyone's very honest, and you have a couple of iffy moments here and there, disagreements and stuff, but
that's right.
What sport doesn't? So
that's right.
But it's usually all in good spirit.
I've been playing this game for a lot of years, and I've never seen a punch up over a game of 8-ball.
No, well, I've heard of a couple.
I've seen people get a bit irate about games, but
yeah, you get some people are pretty passionate, aren't they?
I've never seen it go to the next level.
Not the kind of game I'd ever punch on over, but anyway.
No, that's right.
It's a lovely cut there.
I don't know whether he can cut this black. I think.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the other table, mate.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm like, I don't think that does cut, mate. It was very close to that red, but he's played that fantastic. No, perfect weight. He's got the nice little roll.
Played it well and just used his two. And
all of a sudden...
See, now
Mowbray's
they're right back in it. 4-3. It's one frame.
They've got the momentum.
And these guys...
It's game on, and
see how their spirit is lifted. So...
And all of a sudden, you look over at the park team, and they've kind of gone into their shells. Park have
quieted down a lot too now, haven't they? So Leon's just gone over and said, "Thanks, mate. Like, appreciate you calling that foul, and it's good to see him."
And Stowie's gone, "Yeah, no worries, mate. I done it, and I'll own up to it."
Yeah. It's good to see him after that
he
little bit of
a bit.
There was that little bit of confrontation to start with over the white ball being picked up, but it's good to see they've moved on.
Yeah, they have. They've moved on. They've forgotten about it.
Yeah. All right.
But when it comes down to it, the umpire was in the right to call frame.
Oh, definitely.
That is
definitely.
In the rules.
Exactly.
It's not a nice rule. Nobody likes it. But we've all got to think before we act.
Yeah. So we've got young Brad here.
He's just played a cracking cut.
He has played a nice shot. It's his first season of 8-ball.
And he's in the box seat.
He seems to be really enjoying himself too. And to play in a final in your first season, mate, I know what that's like. And it's a very nervous time.
He seems to be going
the
long way about these, but he's very solid, very slow and steady.
Oh, he's a very good potter. Like, once he starts to learn a bit more about position and that, I mean, that's a nice shot.
I tell you
see what I mean. He pots really well
at the moment. He could go game here as long as he doesn't overcommit with that shot. He had to hit that nice and slow.
But that's the experience, you know.
Again, he puts this one. He's back on the out, so
that's a lovely shot. I tell you what, he's potting really well.
he's
Obviously, you know, experience, position, all that kind of thing, that'll come. So
But at the moment, you can see he's got the keen eye for the game.
he does.
You can see where you've got to hit the balls to pot him.
That's right. He knows, you know, he knows which.
And even that's not a bad shot.
He's made it really hard on the Reds here, and I'm not sure who he's playing, to be honest. I
can't say. I don't think I've had the pleasure of playing this guy before. So
that's a really
he's
nice
just played
pot
a
there
huge
too.
pot.
It's a very nice and smooth too.
It's Carlton, wasn't it? Oh, I swear that's a navy blue cue, mate.
So yes, it is a Carlton cue there, Burry.
It's 4-3, 8th frame. To be your break, I do believe. 8th frame, away team's break.
That's correct. Yep. Yep.
As long as Salty's up to date with the scores.
I was just asking whose break it was over there. Trying to work it out, but it's their break.
Tell you what, he's just got a result on the Reds here.
Yeah. I just looked away for a second there, and
I'm not
now
sure
all
what
of a sudden
happened.
he's
The yellows are cleared.
He's cleared up, and
he can
tell you
punch
what,
this in.
Punch this in, just come off the top rail and back up for your black into your bottom right.
And
he's chopped it up.
He's punched it extremely hard.
Okay, so
and he's gotten lucky that cannon isn't on.
It's just off a little bit.
It's just off
that cannon, but
you do have the chance here to play the little snooker. Just
I
nick
nick off the left side and bring my white ball back down the bottom of the table.
No, see, I'm going the right side there. And
you're going the
I'm
inside.
just popping off the side rail and back out behind the yellow and leaving him snookered.
A couple of options. I mean, that hasn't worked out too bad. He might have. It's a pretty big cut, but hits it with the right pace.
I reckon he'll play this down the bottom pocket myself.
If he hits it with the right pace, it can drop. But like you said, probably safer to run it down.
And Jason's just broke on the Div 1 table, and he's come up dry, which has left John in, and he's picked the red ones.
So got old Johnny from the park here on the Reds. Okay.
And he's a very solid player for an old bloke. I guess they all are, aren't they? They've been around. They know how to hit
seen
the
a
balls.
few tables in their time, these old boys. So
I'll tell you
would
what,
have been a lot different back in the day. When
in the Div 2, he's hissing about missing that shot, but this is by no means easy for this.
Oh, that's right.
On this red. Like, you'd expect him to pot it, but they're not easy shots. He's coming into the black. He's probably the black's probably going over towards the bottom rail.
Yeah, it's he's got a really big cut. So he's
missed it completely.
I'll tell you what, young Coxie's got a chance here, mate. He just needs to just
calm himself.
Yeah, just take his time.
Pot this. Push the other one over towards the left-hand top.
You can tell he's a little bit nervous.
He's gone around the back of it. That's not a bad shot at all.
Not bad at all. If he pots this, he's going to come up nicely for this black.
Even if he just sits it.
So that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Now he's got two on the black.
On it. He just needs to
just roll this in or over.
It's all right. He's got a second visit.
Because that's the bonus about our game, isn't it? Having those two shots. Right. It's that little safety net you can fall back on.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what,
all of a sudden they're out to. Is that a 7-3 lead? Or is that
6-3, I think? Yeah, 6-3. So they've jumped away, and these boys are feeling it. And I'll tell you what, no better feeling in your first season.
Yeah.
You win a game like that, everyone gets around you, mate.
Oh, yeah. You're feeling high.
Yeah, exactly. So
you're on a high.
I'd really like to see these guys get up tonight.
The next beer's going to taste even
yeah, exactly right. So hopefully they can keep going. And I'll tell you what, Ploughing have got a lot of work on their hands now, mate.
They have.
But, he cues really well for a first-year player. I reckon he could be a good up-and-comer. Like,
gets the right person talking in his ear.
yeah, just shot selection, stuff like that, and learn his angles a bit more.
As well.
That's right. That's the main thing, isn't it?
He might be happy at the level he's at now, where he might decide in a couple of years, I'll take that next step.
Take that next step. That's exactly right. It just depends. Like if you enjoy where you are, or if you do want to take that next step, that's when
Johnny boy.
That's a lovely shot there.
That is a huge shot. He's managed to cover the black, pot his ball, and put himself on an out, all in the one shot.
Oh, he's
gone in off the next shot.
Oh, no. And that's just
that
rolled clean in.
Luck.
And I'll tell you what, Smithy's going to really want to capitalise here. They need to make this 4-all, mate.
He's got to pot this one. He's probably got to clear the two up the top end of the table.
Yeah, get rid of these straight away.
And then run this one on the rail down over this bottom right-hand pocket.
And then he's got the two in the middle of the table. They're all clear, so he might even be able to get a nick off this red to clear that out of the way for the black too.
Yeah.
Just depends where he lands, obviously.
You can screw this. You can pot this and screw it back about 3 inches.
Oh, he's come through it. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, that works. I don't know whether this.
I think
this might go in the middle.
I think you can drop it into the middle.
But what I was thinking is, this ball is about to try and pot off the rail into the red and over the pocket. So you've cleared the red for the black.
Yeah.
And then you've got the one down the rail to play the cannon. If it sits, if it drops, you're going game because you've got 2 shots and all your balls are on.
Yeah.
Your heart, You've cleared the red, the black's easy.
That's what I like about Smithy. He just takes his time. He's very calm. He doesn't rush into his shots.
And that's the other thing. Like, if people are noticing that these guys seem to have a lot of time on their hands tonight, they actually play the 60-second shot clock still. So
yeah, that's right.
And he's playing the right shot here.
Yeah,
one down
he
the rail.
probably was a bit tight into that middle, but that's fine. That's a great shot, and that's a really good result there.
I've just got to give a shout out to my missus and my daughters watching tonight, and the young bloke. They've tuned into
they've
the
asked
live
for a
stream
shout out, have they? Yep.
Watching, so say hello to Amanda, Lexi, Sway, and Mason.
And I'll say g'day as well, just because I'm here.
Yes.
How he's going?
Apparently they're freaking out because it's like, oh my God, Dad's on YouTube.
Dad's famous. Oh, that's excellent. Hope they're having a good night.
And they're getting to watch a bit of local talent playing in their chosen sport.
Yeah.
Sway's actually trying out for the first time in the junior nationals, the junior tryouts for Tasmania.
Yep.
In the under-12s. She's got her own cue and she has a hit at home.
Oh, awesome.
And she doesn't listen to me. But
they don't usually, but that's
trying to get her to,
Yeah, my daughter's got a cue, and she's,
they sort of like doing their own thing.
Yeah, she just has a hit around, and doesn't matter what balls she hits as long as she pots one, she's happy. But it'd be nice to, get them into it early, But I feel, especially this next season. Here in our local comp, I feel 8-ball is growing more and more with more players coming in, and
it certainly is.
We've got another couple of new teams coming in this season.
8-ball in the north sort of hit a plateau there for a few years. It was the same people playing over and over again, and then it was like you blokes came in, started playing out of the shout bar.
Yeah, it's good.
We've had a few other teams join from the Workers Club, and it's definitely growing. There's probably more players in this last season than there has been for 3 or 4 years, and 3 or 4 years. That's 6 to 8 seasons. So
it's good to see.
It's definitely positive,
especially more younger players come through. Like over here, the Vikings. A couple of their players have played for a few seasons.
Yeah, but most of them, new faces.
Most of them are a new team, and like I said before, to play in a final in your first season, there's no better feeling really. And
I'll tell you what, if I was the Park, I'd be starting to get a little bit worried here because Mowbray's got a habit of coming back and winning these
Oh,
finals.
definitely. They were. I think when they played the Warriors a couple of weeks ago, they were down. What was they? I think they were 7-5 down or something.
And they came back.
And they won the last 3 frames to come back and win it. So
And that's a huge effort.
that's what I mean. Like these
But,
guys, these guys know they're never out of it.
They won last winter roster's grand final in the Division 1.
Yeah, they actually
And-
played the Plough-in Chalkers,
Which
which
they
are on the
played
other
the
table
Plough-in
here. But,
Chalkers.
bit of a different team, but yeah.
Yeah. And prior to that, they hadn't played for a couple of seasons, but I think they'd won 3 out of 4 winter roster grand finals in a row, and the only team to actually upset
That's a great shot by Smithy there.
That was huge.
That is a great double. Yeah, they're a team. They've played together for a very long time. They usually only play winter roster.
Well, I think the last team to beat them in a grand final was it was a team from Bolters Bar, who actually ended up moving to the Workers Club, and they've had a bit of a change of roster, but they became the Workers Club Wanderers, and a couple of weeks ago they actually won the Premier League grand final.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, no, these Mowbray boys are pretty steady. And
they've been around. They definitely know what it takes to win a grand final, or win any final for that matter. And you know, it shows because they were 4-1 down. They've won the next 2 frames. They've put themselves right back into it.
that's right.
They're not going to lay over. They're going to give it a fair crack, but I dare say old Johnny's got to go out here.
I reckon he's going to try and block this. Yeah,
So if that drops,
you got to have.
if that drops, he hasn't left himself much. He's got to cut to the top pocket.
I would have
which-
had a dip at them, Phil.
I'd
I'd have had a dip at them.
I'd have had a dip. I
I'd
would
have
have been,
that,
I'd have
taken
been
the bottom,
potting that fine,
bottom
then
left.
potting the bottom left,
then
go
top,
up the top,
left, and then
and
back.
naturally you're going to float down, and you've got the
That's-
black inside the yellow.
That's correct. It's game over. Then
just roll
then
the
you're
black
back out
in.
to 2-frame lead. So
That's right. Play it positive.
yeah, that's right.
know,
Yeah,
Set your balls
you've got to
up.
back yourself, and when the out's there, have a crack at it.
That's right. You've got to have a go at it.
All right, so
Old Johnny hasn't done himself any damage by missing that shot.
nah.
I think this yellow, if he plays this yellow, they're both going to jaw and pop out.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to
And
play
I
with a bit
don't
of
think
pace,
he's,
but
I don't think he's got enough on that other yellow to actually put it in or over the pocket. So,
now over
and
here,
I'll tell you what, Shane's in a bit of strife here.
Yeah,
That guy's had a bit of a.
he's given him a fair old
bit of-
whack and just got a good result in the end, hasn't
Yeah.
he? So
Yeah, he's played the Chinese shot, the shutty eye hitty yard,
yes.
and he's got a result. He's got a big result.
I'm not really sure what Shane's going to have to respond here, but I can.
How's this for a shot? If you're Jason, cut this yellow to the right-hand middle, the yellow that's near the black spot.
Yep.
Putting the white onto the black, onto the yellow, and covering the bottom right pocket as you
Oh,
do it.
stop it. Stop it, Phil.
That sounds like a big shot, but
It
I reckon
does,
that's
but,
almost natural from where he is.
It actually probably is, so you can definitely promote it, I reckon. Tell you what, it was on too.
It was certainly
job
on.
was on. Yeah.
Yeah, that shot was certainly on. He's just underhit it a little
Hit
bit.
that a bit harder. He was perfect on
Yeah,
that.
and it
on
didn't
that
have
yellow.
to be. It didn't have to be much harder either, because. But even now, he can just hit the yellow into the red,
Oh,
and the
that-
yellow
it comes
will go
off
in.
the side of it anyway,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
all
So-
day. And you can play this with a little bit of draw, so you come off the rail, back out
Yeah,
past the
come
flag,
back
and
round.
It's game
for
over.
the same pocket. That's right, and it's going to clear that pocket up off this red
And
anyway.
see,
So
that's where old Johnny playing the
safety
conservative way.
He should have
he
had a
should
crack
have
at
had
the
a
out,
crack at him when he had
and
the
this
out
could
there.
cost him the frame really. From
I'm going ahead to say it has cost him the frame.
oh,
I tell you what, he is.
He didn't put the draw on it. He's just he's half stunned that, and it's rolled through.
He could be touching here too.
He's just called for touch and ball.
Here, but
and he's been given
he's
no.
not. So, geez. I'm just nicking off the right side of it and leaving it on the rail, on the right-hand rail over here, mate, and trying not to leave him a shot, really.
I think that's about the best you can do.
That's all you can probably, instead of going for it.
I think he's going for the middle pocket.
Yeah, but you might lose control of your white, that's the only
you've got no clue where the white's going here.
Oh, he has nailed that. That is an absolute brilliant shot.
It's 4-all,
and here come Mowbray.
I think Mowbray, with the momentum they've got,
I can see him winning it from here.
If the Park don't win the next frame, Mowbray will take this out. I can see
winning them from here. Yep.
And if they do, they'll probably win it 8-4, 8-5, because we've had the biggest momentum swing. They are all up.
Yeah.
And they're happy. They're laughing. They're enjoying their 8 ball.
That's right.
And the Park guys are sitting back, and
when they were 4-1 down,
they're not looking real positive at all.
When they were 4-1 down, see how quiet they were, and no one was really talking. Now it's switched, so
it certainly has.
Park have gone very quiet, so it's good to see it switch.
And the Mowbray guys look like they normally do. They look like they're here and they mean business.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, we've got Pikey coming up now, I believe.
And look out. Simon Pike. He's been around the traps for a while. I remember playing him back when I was a young 19-year-old.
All right, so
that's a few beers
going
ago.
Back a little way, I suppose. All right, Shane can just drop this in and come back for the black in the bottom left here. He's absolutely belted it, but
pace, it's a tricky thing.
Yes, it can be very tough.
You
times.
think
I suppose when you use the rest to it, you kind of
you're a bit tentative with it. But you think I've only got to nick this, so I've got to hit it hard. Yeah, it's not going to move much.
I mean, it was a fairly fine cut, but I tell you, what's he?
But he had a bit more of that ball to play with than he thought.
Like he's put side on that.
He's drilled that black.
He's nailed it.
And
so 6-4.
And the Plows just put themselves 6-4 behind, which they would be thrilled with, because they were looking at 7-3 if Shane didn't pop that.
Yeah. I think Shane's experience in that game was probably going to come through a bit more. But it's 8 ball, you never know. So
yeah, I've actually been in a winning side with Shane. We won the Div 1 Grand Final a few years back as the Giants with Shane in our side.
Yep.
And I'm fairly sure from memory, if it serves me correctly, he potted the last black to win us the match.
Yeah, right. Yep.
And that got us 2 in a row, like 2 grand finals in a row that year. So, yeah.
Right. So,
looks
I
like
think they're doing changes at the moment.
And we've got Pikey on the Reds.
Tell you what, they are looking absolutely delicious.
Salty, go to this one. All right, so Simon's on the Reds, and he's beaming with confidence right now.
I've played a fair few frames with him myself. I mean, you've probably played a lot more with him by the sounds of it. But mate, when he's queuing and he's queuing well, he plays really well.
Yeah, well, his daughter's actually best friends with my partner's daughter.
Yep.
So I hear from Simon a fair bit. And the last time I actually played 8 ball against him was at the Mowbray.
Yep.
And
the old Mowbray, mate.
It was before a competition night, and I'm out having a smoke, and he's come out, he's popped his head out the door, he's gone, Phil, come in and give me a game. You can break. I've gone inside, I've broke the balls, and I've gone out against him. He's gone, oh, cheers, mate. It was the one warm-up he got to have before going away to play 8 ball.
That's a great shot there.
I'll tell you what,
Tell you what, that might sneak between these 2 yellows into the centre.
I reckon it does, but he's got to watch the in-off, because he's going to go off the black.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's going to go very close.
Be interesting to see how he plays this year. He might be able to avoid the black, but he's going to have to put a bit of work on that white ball. That's the only thing.
I'll tell you what, he's he's missed that because he didn't want to hit the black on the way through.
Yeah. So it obviously went clean.
So it looks like we've got a...
This
must
guy,
be a
he's a young
sub in,
bloke.
is he? Did he play the
they've
first?
made a
They've
sub.
made,
They've brought
made
him
a
in.
change, yeah.
Now, this guy's a young bloke in his first season, and I watched him play a couple of weeks ago, and he can pot a ball.
Yeah, I watched him play against Riverside at
Shadow.
at Park.
Yeah, Shadow.
Yeah, and he actually
He beat Shadow, and he potted some very, very good shots.
For a first season player, mate, he played some really good shots. So
where these balls are, I'd nearly back him from here to pot them all.
see how it's good.
From what I've seen,
takes his time. He doesn't seem to be too flustered about.
I'm actually curious as to why they left him out in the first round, to tell the truth. Now, he's got a free go at drilling this one up the top here, as long as he puts a little bit of stun on it.
Just needs to hold that white ball a bit, doesn't he?
He has, and he's caressed it in, and he's played that beautiful.
Great shot. Now he's just
Now I'd be playing the one.
He's got to look at this one on the rail, yeah.
Because you can play that in such a way as to bring the white back down.
Still going to leave the white
and
safe.
not leave him on the red.
He might have a plan in mind for that one, and tell you what, he does
potting
cue
them
really well. Yeah,
he does. He's got an unorthodox stance.
Yeah,
but it's working for him, so he should not change a thing.
That's right, and that's right. Like as long as you're comfy with your. Okay, he's
gone the big double there.
He's
and I'll tell you what,
a wild shot there, but it still
that
hasn't
could work for him.
Still hasn't worked out too bad.
Because if Simon doesn't pot this, he can go out from there because both those yellows link up.
Yeah, that's right.
So all of a sudden, Simon's gone from having the pressure directly on the Park player to the pressure's right on him.
Yeah.
And he's got to... And
so he's tried to run that down, and now...
And young Matty, I've just heard Simon say his name's Matty.
Matty, right, okay. So he can just pretty much
this is
drop
3
this
rollings.
Come in behind this other one on the rail.
Yep, and this
this
one
nice
here, you just
little
roll
angle
it
to
in,
come
it
up,
pops off the rail, and you've got the black in the bottom right-hand pocket.
That's right. He just comes up. Or even the middle. How's the middle sound?
He's drilled it, and the middle
How's the middle sound?
And this is the frame they
really
needed.
well.
They needed to break Mowbray's momentum, and they've done it.
He's cued really well there, so that's a great
the way
finish
he's playing,
there.
he should have been in the first round.
He should have been playing the first round. It
they
could have
quite possibly been 5-zip.
I was about to say it could have been 5-zip, so
I didn't touch it.
Good commentators watch the screen, not the score. So we're going to go down to the wire, I do believe, in both these matches. Actually, I wouldn't mind going for smoke.
Well, I'm just going to hand you over to Burry.
All right, we're going to leave you in Burry's capable hands here because I'm going to duck out for a real quick cigarette break, and I do believe Aiden's ran off for a toilet break, so Burry, I'm going to hand it over to you, mate. Don't lose us, our viewers. I think we've got about 3 possibly at the moment.
Have we? Oh, God.
We're
lucky
doing well.
We are.
We are.
I should get my old mate Andrew Saltmarsh on commentary with me. And he's just said that's a big negative.
Yes, well and truly tight, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. Especially the way you started, like 5-1, 4, 4-1 down. 4-1 down, made a little bit of a fight back. Yeah. You have. That's why it's good. Yeah.
But I'm myself looking a little bit forward to this now. I think things are going to tighten really, really, really tight between Park and Mowbray now. And that's a pretty good snap. Left himself a shot to cut this yeller into the corner and develop the other one a little bit too, which he has. And the Vikings are only one win away from winning the championship over there. Oh. And got a little bit lucky there. And the Reds just got a little bit tougher. I think he just needs to decide whether he's...
You better ask your dad, mate.
Whether he's just going to try and cover a hole here so he can contain the yellows, or whether he's just going to have a little bit of a crack. But by the looks of it, he's going to try and cover a... No.
You get into trouble.
You do most of it. You do most of it. I'll just do a couple.
So looks like I've got young Master William Saltmarsh with me at the moment.
Hello.
Commentating. And how are you enjoying your night, Will?
Good.
That's good, mate. Just, you don't need to shout though, mate. Just a little bit softer.
Okay.
Okay. Because we're only here, we'll watch the screen and everything.
Yep.
So what would you like to be on at the moment? Would you like to be on the red balls or would you like to be on the yellow balls?
I'd like to, I suppose, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I'd like to be on the yellows because they're a little more lined up.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, the reds still are pretty good lined up.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a fair call. Fair call. Yeah, myself personally, I'd like to be on the yellows because of that top corner.
Oh yeah.
Top
yeah,
corner
that
red
is.
that's there, and the yellows blocked it. So.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But things have certainly tightened up between these two teams. It has, and
Yes, it has.
drawn everything a lot closer.
I've been watching it, and then it's been a very tight contest.
Certainly has. And over on the other table, it's a long way back for the plough-in.
Yeah, it is.
4-7 down.
If the Vikings win one more game, it is done. It's decided.
It certainly is, mate. It certainly is.
The plough-in need to win all their next games, or otherwise they're in big trouble.
Yes, that is certainly the truth.
They've all done a good job to make it to the grand final, though.
That's absolutely correct. Yeah, it's a great job by everybody to actually make their grand finals. It's fantastic. But unfortunately, there's always got to be a winner and a loser.
You can never draw in 8 ball.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. It would be good if everyone could win, but it can only come down to one.
Certainly the truth.
This is so weird. Is the one shooting in there? Is he on the Vikings? Is that one? Is the one on the red Vikings? Is this good? Wait, is this on right? Is this on right? Is it on right? What? See ya.
Thanks for that, Will.
Okay, so we've just had some guest commentary from young William Saltmarsh, the future star of the game.
Trusty partner in crime's back in Philly again.
Yep. And the Vikings are on the hill.
Mm-hmm.
They're 7-4 up, and they're looking the goods to win it from here. This bloke, I can't remember, but I'm terrible with names, absolutely terrible with names.
Me too, mate. Me too.
But I do know he is a very steady potter, and Marcus is his name, and he will go close to potting these. He hasn't got ideal position here, but he can just roll this up into the yellow that's on the rail, on the top rail, and pot it off that, just like that. And this will naturally float down for the black in the bottom pocket, and if he can manage that and pot the black, well then they've just won 8-4, and that is a huge victory over the player. I think Bonds is his sponsor, by the looks of things, but
and
he's gassed that up.
He's either snooking himself or he's made it very hard.
I reckon that's going to be a snooker. And he's been granted the snooker. It took all of about half a second for Shane to call the snooker, so it definitely was a total. And Chris is potting himself into a bit of trouble here.
But I'll tell you what, like we were 7-4 up in our grand final, and we was a bit lucky in the end to get the win.
He's won 8-5, I do believe.
8-6, mate.
8-6. 8-6 a couple of weeks ago, and they really put the pressure on you.
They did, yeah. Like when we were 7-4 up, and Froggy was a little bit unlucky and went in off, but
and that's
8 ball.
Snowballed for him, and they got a bit of a roll happening, and
they did.
I think it was you yourself who shut that roll down and got the 8th victory for you.
I was lucky enough to get the W for us, mate, yeah. But,
Steve Morehouse in the Div 1 finals looking to pot this one in the top and probably float down behind it for in the right-hand middle. Oh, he's gone in off. And that could be all she wrote, folks.
I reckon it would be. What would you do?
I would be doing.
I'd
actually be using a bit more angle here, and I'd have the white closer to the rail on the line.
Over. Yep.
And just because you don't risk snookering yourself,
just like
that.
Exactly.
You're playing a straighter shot into the pocket. You're guaranteed your second visit if you need it. But I'm pretty sure he can come off the bottom rail here and just nick his black.
Yeah, can't pot it though.
Well, you can't. No.
Definitely can't pot it. But
maybe if you belt it and it goes in the middle.
Yeah, but he absolutely gassed it. He did.
Yeah. He just played it wrong, in my opinion. You needed to be over tight near that rail.
Yeah, you needed to be further
playing the straighter shot.
Yep. Yeah. Even if for Jordan, he still had the straight shot and he still had the second visit, so.
That's right. And at least you've got a shot from there. And Marcus will have a fair crack at this. He's not one to die wondering, so he'll have a go. He's lining up the double.
The double's a go.
The double's on. He's not going to have to worry about a double kiss. And he's got a result there. He's blocked the bottom pocket, so. And meanwhile, on the Div 1 side of things, Steve Morehouse is going to try to roll this black up to try to go 5-all. And he's caught it a little bit thin there. But it's not a bad leave.
I don't like it. For me, I don't like it.
I'd be pretty happy if I was on yellows because I'd back myself. Marcus has just fouled here.
He has. You got to move your hard ball out of the equation here. You got to move your centre ball and run it down and get the jackie.
That has to be your first shot.
That has to be your first shot.
And Chris has just been.
Then if you eliminate that, then you're on all the other balls. Then, yeah.
Chris has just gotten extremely lucky there. He's played a wild shot into the middle, missed, and the whites kissed his one over the top rail in. But he's played a fantastic containing shot. See, I don't like that shot. It's just been played on the Div 2 table because he had to do, as we were saying, roll that ball up and play the cannon or the jackie.
Play the jackie, yeah.
And then he keeps the 2 shots for this ball that's being covered by the black.
Yeah. He's got to do a lot of work here with this ball here to get back across. He does.
And Steve's played the yellow up into the red here and given away the 2 shots.
He's going to go for the sneaky little snooker, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether he thinks that way, though.
He's only going to play off the rail.
I think he's going to play off the rail. No, he's looking at the sneaky little snooker.
And perfect.
He has played that really well. Now, if this was me, I'd just be pushing that red just past the middle pocket onto the rail and say, there you are, mate. You've got 2 shots. You've got 2 hard balls.
Yeah, I'd be
one over the pocket.
For me personally, I'd be pushing it halfway down.
Yeah, just halfway down. You just past the middle rail, halfway down,
yeah.
And there you are, mate. You got 2 hard balls.
Just like that, honestly.
Just like that.
Yeah, perfect.
That's a great way. It's almost like you could hear us.
Probably can. Well,
and, you've got to try to. You've got to clear this bottom pocket, and that's not the way to do it.
I think he's just looking to snooker him again. Play this one across. Play the
white over a little bit of stun
near the red. Yeah, a little bit of stun, and that's pretty good too. Stop the double from coming across as well, so he can't get pie. You know what I mean? So.
Do you take his ball up the top here out of the equation, pot it, and leave the white on the top rail?
If you're going to play a shot like that, you got to play it.
So the white kicks over to the right hand side.
To the right hand side.
Yep.
If you're going to do a shot like that, but from where it is, it's pretty deep, and the red's on the wrong side. If it was over the other side, definitely.
Yep. That's not a bad shot.
That's not a bad shot.
He's blocked him from the one up the top. Or has he?
He's left him.
I think he's coming off the rail.
I think he's left him a little bit off the rail. Clean.
No?
Perfect.
What's it clean? And I think Steve's about to put this one to go 5-all. If not, he's got a second visit, so...
Yep.
So that's 5-all.
And it's 5-all. And that's... Yeah. All you got to do with this one here is just like run it across, double, play the black over the king, give him 2. Like he's got to waste his first shot.
I don't mind this shot. I don't mind that shot. I would have been playing that shot myself. I would have tried to get the red a little bit tighter to the black. It's definitely a foul shot. We've got a bit of controversy going on there. The umpire called fair shot.
I'm in the belief that it's a foul snooker too.
From where I'm sitting, if you have a look at it, it looks like the white's actually closer to the red than it is to the black.
But can he actually run across it though? Can he actually run across?
I think he can.
Look out.
I'm actually, from where I'm sitting and where I'm looking from here, Shane's in the way at the moment, but I'm going to say that that is not a foul snooker. I think he can clearly hit both sides. He's been given the foul snooker. And I think that was the wrong call. I believe that was the wrong call.
Well, it was deep on this side and it was on the rail side, so from where it was, he's still got to pass centre ball. He does. He's still got to pass
finest possible edge.
Possible edge, that's correct.
And I reckon he could have had the finest possible edge.
Oh, and there's controversy.
There's controversy, but nothing can be done because the white ball's been moved.
They've moved the ball.
They've moved the white ball.
As where we could have had a replay.
No.
Yeah.
There's no way that was foul snooker. No. It wasn't.
But too late now. Too late now. Nothing can be done about it. The ball's been moved. The white's been moved.
It's not going to make any difference now, whatever it was, because the umpires gave him the 2 shots, and he's got 2 shots. It's what it is now. I didn't see where it was before.
No.
Yeah.
I believe that wasn't a foul snooker, and they've paid it to him.
Yeah. Controversy. Gotta love it.
Fucking fair go. That's just to watch. That's just to keep an eye on you, Johnny.
I'd be ropeable if I was Marcus here because he's just been robbed.
Yeah.
The only thing he can do here is put the white on the red.
And that's the thing about like playing lower league too, not knowing the rules. And
the umpires don't understand the rules.
Well, that's right. And what should have happened?
They should have asked for an adjudicator.
Opinion, exactly, or an adjudicator.
You've got Salty here, who's an A-grade umpire. You've got both myself and yourself, who have umpired at national level before.
Yep, that's right.
There's plenty of people who could have been asked.
Exactly. Yes, instead of jumping the gun. That's not a bad result.
No, that's a fair result.
And not a foul snooker either.
Definitely not a foul snooker.
But a fair shot though. Anyway.
But I'll tell you what, that is a foul snooker.
Switched around.
That certainly is a foul snooker, 100% of the time.
I'd be taking ball in hand.
And foul snooker again, and put the white on the far right-hand rail.
And
potting the red and going behind.
It looks like
he's nominated the red.
The Keen anyway. He has.
And he needs a favourable kiss off the rail here, and that will do. That will do.
That will pretty much do it.
And that's match.
I dare say it will be.
That's game, set, match. And the Vikings are your 2017 Winter Roster Division 2 champions after a bit of controversy in that last game.
So the right result eventuated in the end.
It has. Justice has prevailed, I do believe.
Yes, justice definitely prevailed.
And it was a bit of an ironic way to do it too, being that a foul snooker was granted when it probably wasn't.
Yeah.
And it was a foul snooker that won him the match. So
definitely. Oh well. And we've got a real close game here, mate. 5-all.
We have. It's gone 5-all. This is the 11th frame. We've got Simon Thomas versus Simon Pike. And Simon's just nudged that red with his finger.
Great sportsmanship there.
And that's the second time we've seen great sportsmanship from that exact same result from the park tonight.
Yeah, Matty called one on himself, didn't he?
Yeah, Matty's called one on himself, that is correct.
Yep. Yeah, I was lucky enough to, like when I first come up last year, summer roster, was lucky enough to play on the same side with Matty.
Shows a lot of promise for a young bloke.
He does, yeah. He plays some very good shots, he does, at times. Gets a little bit of a rush of blood and that, like we all do, but...
Yeah, he gets a bit excited when he's on and out.
He does. When he's on a roll, yeah, he's pretty quick.
Yeah, he certainly is. He likes to keep him rolling, and I guess that's the fluency you see from a lot of the upper level players. When they get that running, they're unstoppable. But someone with not quite the experience or not quite the skill set,
yep,
it can be detrimental to their game.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
But
yeah, you got to set your own pace.
I'm not sure what Simon's eyeing up here, but I think he's looking to whether this passes.
Yeah, I think he's looking at a Jackie, try and push this red down, this bottom red.
Yeah, quite possibly.
He was looking at it, but yeah, he just didn't hit it right.
Yeah, he gave it a little bit of a nudge, but probably not as much as he would have liked.
True.
I mean, we've got the celebrations going on from the Div 2 over there, which
they're all happy.
Is getting quite loud. And I think they need to be aware that there are still games going on.
Yes, my grand final wasn't like that. I was the only one that went out to celebrate.
No, they tend to get very excited in the lower divisions when they win. I get excited whether I win of a Tuesday night, so... No, I've got my fair share of wins this season. I think I finished on 75%.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I was quite happy with it. That is a very nice roll in there from Simon.
Yeah, this the red's gonna test him in the pack here. He's gonna need a fair bit of luck here.
I reckon it's just I reckon he just wanted an over the pocket sort of block it,
but he got a little bit too much.
And it's the old cliche, isn't it? He's potted himself into trouble.
What he has got, like, he can go between them possibly and come off the back door and bang it in the centre, like that. That was a
gutsy shot.
Effort, but that's myself. I would have been
and
trying.
if he got it, he had the black on into the middle near the or the left side middle. So Simon will just play a little snooker
Yeah, a
here.
little snooker. Yeah. Yeah.
And I dare say this will be the trend for the next 4 or 5 visits to the table.
Yeah.
Until either Simon Thomas gets his balls into a favourable position and tries to go game, or we see a miraculous shot from Simon Pike.
Pretty much all he can do is play over on this left-hand side here and leave it dead.
And that's exactly what he's done.
It's not bad. It's not bad, but it could have been a lot better. Like, could have been down further on the rail.
See, he's left Simon with the cut to the right-hand middle.
To the centre, that's right.
And he can actually clear one of the other balls onto the rail so he can play
down
towards, down the line towards the bottom right-hand pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's actually going to try to double this one out of here. And he's done that successfully. But he's lost that angle to separate those two balls together.
Exactly.
And I don't see the positive in going up table so early.
Yeah. It's like a great man once told me, the late great Leo Burns always used to say, always go for your easy balls and try and develop your hard ones.
And that's just it. He didn't develop anything off that shot.
No, he didn't.
See, and now he's in the same boat as he was before. Like virtually the exact same. Like where he's just put that yellow, it may as well be those 4 yellows he had before that shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like before that visit to the table.
That's right. Now he's got to play the same shot again and leave it dead in the centre. Pretty much in line with the black.
He has been given.
Them dead balls over here.
He has been given a little bit more separation this time round. It would sign the Park Hotel's player, or the Park Tavern. I always call it the Park Hotel. But that is a fairly good foul. If you're going to give one away, a bit tighter in the pocket wouldn't have been too bad, or over to the left-hand side. But you'd just be rolling this over the hole. A little bit closer to the hole than that would have been favourable.
I thought I was going to get a little bit of a kiss.
Here's another snook. No, he's gassed that one up.
He has.
And this red is very much potable. And position for the black is just about natural, so...
Oh, that's it. Yeah. But as we know, 8 ball, anything can happen.
That's right. That's why we love the game, isn't it?
That's why we keep coming back every week, mate.
And... Oh, he's had a touch of luck there. And Simon's just got to play this ball down over the bottom right-hand pocket, just into the rail, back out, and get another snooker because he needs 2 shots to go game. And that will do. And in my opinion, there's nowhere on the table Simon Pike can leave him where he can't promote balls from and actually be able to go game. That's not too bad, but you can actually promote all 3 of those balls with the 1 shot right now.
Yeah, I'm more in the tendency of going the top left-hand ball first and go for the pot. And then it leaves you the angle to get there and play this one down for the Jackie.
Yeah, but if you do that, you can end up on the rail with 2 balls that go nowhere.
Yeah, but you still got your 2 shots anyway. And then if this one drops, you still got 2 anyway. You have.
Yeah, so I'd be more inclined to play that I'm not sure how he's played it. I would have played it harder. Yellow into the rail, into the 2, and popped all 3 out. Because that red's in a very hard position at the moment.
Yeah. The only problem with doing that, though, is like you don't know where they're going as well. As where if you play the top one first, and then you got the jacket for the other one on the rail, and then you can play through anyway.
You're not playing them real hard. You're just playing them so they sort of pop out into the centre of the table. You'd be very unlucky not to be on one into the middle. But I think they're just going to play this little tic-tac game. And Simon can pop this one off the rail and leave a snooker.
And here we go again.
And
he's left him a shot across the table at this time anyway, if he really wants to have a crack at it.
He has, and it'd probably be the way to go, because giving away 2 shots here could be game.
Yeah, well.
Because you've got the 2 jackies that go.
Myself personally, like the shot that he had before, I would have went off 2 rails and had a crack at the red that was on the rail. It's no point giving him 2 shots every time and going to the well and hoping that something happens.
That's right. See, now the yellows are all of a sudden favourable just because of where the white's sitting. And that's not a terrible.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's not fantastic because you're playing the yellow that's closest to the right middle.
Double it over like that.
Yeah, see, I would have been playing it down. I would have been trying to play the cannon down. I tell you what, he's just about left him on this. No, he's not. He's got a slight edge of the yellow first.
He's got a little bit of a shot. I think he can.
He can double it. He can double it. He can't run past it.
No, not from where you can see.
Nah.
Can't get it?
I'm directly behind the shot. He cannot run that up. He can double it. He can't run it up.
Oh, no. I don't mean the corner. I mean hit it.
Oh, he could definitely hit it.
Yeah.
Good pace.
See, now I think you've got to go the safety down next to the yellow in the bottom pocket. Miss the black.
Put the black safe. Perfect.
See, I would have been aiming to miss the black and get the fat snooker.
Yeah, but there's only one way the black can go now.
Yep.
And he's on the wrong side of it, even if he does make the double.
No, I believe he can make position on the black for that pocket if he plays the double.
No, he can't, because he's got to play left-hand side to get back around.
And that'll come off and back down. He can play it, come off that rail, off that one, back in.
Yeah, but it won't go. Theoretically, it shouldn't go because you're playing with the wrong side of the white. See, that's why he had to play with left. He had to play with left to get it to go right, to go into the pocket.
Yeah. Well, what's happened? We've lost our stream. It's back up. Someone's got to have a crack at me. They're all there. Well, he's just I'm fairly sure he's just blocked the black from both bottom pockets.
The black. Yes.
And I think we were right. This match is definitely going the distance.
Which is good for us commentators. We like a nice close game.
We certainly do. I think everybody likes a nice close game. Oh, that's gone in off.
That's pretty stiff. But always a chance, though, when you're playing a shot like that.
How do you play these? Because I think he's going to be tempted to try to pot the top one and come down table, where I'd probably be looking to play the cannon, potting one of them in the middle and sending 2 balls over the bottom pocket. See, I don't like that shot. Where if you played that yellow that he potted in the middle into the
pack,
into the 2,
yeah,
you're going to squeeze the higher one out of the two
it's gonna
into the
bounce
middle.
out. Yeah, it's going to bounce
And
out for
the
you.
other two balls are going to come down over
That's
this
right,
bottom
or square
pocket.
up for you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
But I think he's going to. I think he's going to be all right. He's still shooting 2. He's got. They're virtually all roll-ins, aren't they?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Like you
He's
roll
just gotta
this.
make sure
You
can get
roll
a
this
hand on
one
the
in,
table. That's it. And you can get a little bit of hand
and
there.
and this one you just pop off the left rail, back out, and the black's 2 shots on the black.
That's
You
it.
know, it's
And
going to be
he's-
hard to lose from here.
And he's on the right angle to get there, and even if he has to use a second
Yeah,
shot,
that's right. Even if it lands on the right-hand rail, he's going to have
he's
a
going to be on
shot
the
on
same
it.
side of it. Like you always aim for the pop, but yeah, if it just bobbles and sits there, you still got the other
That's
one.
right. You play
Too
him.
hard, way too hard.
You always play him the
Russian
pace for
blood.
in or over those shots. You don't
Yeah. But
gas
what
them
he,
up.
but what he done then, like he just didn't take his time with it. You know?
And he also popped up off the shot. Did you notice that?
Yeah, he pulled up.
He played it and jumped up at the same time, and that's probably
Yeah,
contributed.
it was hoping it was going to go.
Yeah, it's probably contributed to the miss. And he's staring it across the table here, and I would never be playing that. I'd just be playing a little layup touch shot, bring the black off the rail to where about that chalk mark is, and leave the white on the bottom.
Yeah,
This is
you leave the double in though. Like that's the way he's going anyway. Now he'll still be playing the double. He will.
Yep. But at least you would have had the black. Like it wouldn't be on the rail; it'd be closer to the pocket.
Oh. But yeah,
So you've nearly got to play the double over the top left here.
yeah, that's the shot. Oh.
And
Now you can sit it on the bag.
yeah, that's all you need to do. You put this over the bag. All the pressure's back on Simon Thomas. It's hard because
So
we've
it
got
doesn't
two
have to-
Simons
it doesn't
playing
have
at the
to be
moment.
hard either.
So
Like it's on the rail. Like it makes it hard. It's on the rail. But yeah, I don't like that.
I wouldn't even be trying to pot this. I'd be trying to flick off the black and put the white back up on the top rail. It takes a lot of control on your pace.
I'd be going
but
cross-side double.
yeah. Oh, you aim. Oh,
That's a great hit.
that is a huge shot, and he's
That's a
pumped the air there.
great hit.
He's
Wow.
He's given him a 6-5 lead. And what do we know? We're here trying to figure out how he's going to make it safe, and he goes, "Nah, mate,
just goes
you
bang."
just pop the bloody thing, and the safest place for it is in the pocket."
Yes,
So,
it certainly is.
and he's just gotten his first win for the night. Simon has. So,
And we got me little mate Matty Stoward up against Adam Baldwin next.
and this should be a great match because they're both very, very solid potters and good thinkers.
Been playing well, both of them.
Yep. So this could be frame of the night coming up right now with old Stowie and Baldy playing each other. We got the replay of Simon's black. You'll just see it wipe its feet, and notice how he's jumped up on that shot as well.
Yeah.
He hasn't stayed down, and he's been really fortunate that that's gone in because he's I was actually I had a hit out with him here last Thursday, and we were playing, and I said to him, "Look, you're jumping up on your shots.
Yep.
You've got to stay down." He said, "I'll try and work on that," and he needs a little bit more work on it because he's still doing it. So.
And when you're doing that, it doesn't come like over a short time. Like it takes a long time for you to get there and keep your head down.
Yeah,
on the cue.
you've got to. I said to him, "You've got to play the shot and watch it until that ball you've hit stopped moving. Only move if you absolutely have to. So play the shot and almost go 1, 2, 3, stand up."
That's it. Yeah. And it's been a big break here by Baldy.
Yeah,
Big break.
it is. He's managed to get himself a yellow in off the snap, and they're not too bad, to tell the truth.
Only hard yellow that I don't like is
The one right next to that red?
Next to the red, yep. where
Closest to
two
the
yellows
left-hand
are.
middle?
Yep. Apart from that, everything should be home and hosed, really.
I don't like where he's left himself for this next shot.
You can still play this one down the corner here, he can. Like playing inside it with a little bit of check side, right-hand side to screw himself up. He can. Then he's got this one down over the
I think he's getting him. I think he's getting himself in trouble. He's playing this through with top, probably to try and miss the red, or maybe hold off the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he tried to hold off the red, and that wasn't the way to play it.
No, it was always going to be hard from there, and now they've got harder.
They have. This may turn into a very scrappy frame, and here I was saying this could be the best frame of the night. An absolute potting fest.
Oh.
That was a very ambitious shot. But you could see the angle he got. That was looking like it was actually going to push that yellow into the bottom pocket.
Yep.
It was only for the second, or the double kiss that held it out.
That's it.
But that leaves Stowie in a non-favourable position.
Matty's in a little bit of a hard spot at the moment. And one thing that he doesn't want to do is move that red near the yellow.
Oh no, that's got to stay there. And he's moved the yellow, not the red.
And he's moved it out.
I think he's got a half. Well, no, he hasn't, because the yellow closest to the right-hand side rail, sorry, that'll actually pot, and this could be very much game. You know, you run that in, you're going to pop back out natural for the highest one of the bottom two, and then you pot the one closest to the bottom rail, and you've got the one in the middle and the black.
Yeah, he's got to play a little bit of check side.
And I think that's what's
overdone it for him.
Yeah, he's played it with that little bit of check, and that's what's held the ball out. And
and Kearnsey's topped you up.
Yeah, Kearnsey's double parked me, and I've got to drive home tonight. And I was only having the 2 points, and he's just gone and got me another one.
Okay. Ooh.
So.
A little bit unlucky.
And the missus is watching this at home, so she's going to be like, far out, Kearnsey.
Oh, well, you already dobbed yourself in, mate, by saying, you double parked yourself.
Yeah.
But the great part up here is, mate, that Sunday parking is free, so you can leave the car.
I certainly can leave the car, but I got told if I don't take the car home, I'm going to be in trouble. So, luckily, I don't need my car. I drove my car, not hers, so I might be fine.
I was wondering why you was wearing that hat. You're just checking your
it's
forehead there a little bit.
It's covering the thumbprint, mate. I'll get a text message in about 3 minutes. And okay, so young Stowie's
double parked as well.
We're both double parked. We're both about halfway through a previous drink, and we've been topped up. So,
pardon me.
How did you see the season whilst we're waiting for this next shot to be played in Premier League? I thought it was a fantastic season. It was nice and close.
Well,
really, any one of the top 5 teams could have taken the trophy home at the end of the season.
Like I've played like in Burnie, in Devonport, and like one season years ago in Lonnie. I did, and then I had my first full season here this season, and I tell you what, by far with the way that everybody played and everything, like in all the teams, it's probably the most enjoyable it's been for me, I think.
I would have to say this has probably been my most enjoyable season as well. The competition was strong. and even. The teams were all evenly matched. Any team could have beaten any team on the night, and as luck would have it, the teams that finished first and second on the ladder did make it through to the grand final. But it was luck that made it that way. Like, not fully luck. A lot of skill went into it.
Yeah.
But it was just the way it panned out.
Yeah. Like I've got a lot of respect for Comas and that. I have, but I think that with the consistency of the association that like here in Premier League, it's really fantastic. It is. You know, we like you said, anybody can beat anyone on the night, on a given night. But for me, when you're pumping sides and that, like week in, week out, it does get a little bit like boring. It does.
Yeah, it certainly can. And there's been a little bit of talk about one of the sides coming in next season that, you know, what's the point against playing against them? They're just going to beat everyone. And I don't think that's the case. I think there's still some very solid sides in our competition, and it's going to be just as open as what it was this year. Just as open as what it was this year. And my phone's just buzzed, and that'll be the missus about me being double parked. No, she wants a frozen Coke on my way home.
Well, there you go.
She must have turned the stream off.
You're a lucky boy.
I think
Very
I am.
lucky boy. Be interesting to see whether this Jackie's on across the table for these Reds. I don't think it is.
I don't think it is. I think it's pushing wide. The yellow will definitely pot.
It's only one place it's going.
It's got to go to that left-hand middle.
Yeah, but watch the white ball. Bottom corner, right-hand side.
Nah, I think he's right. He's going to hit. He's going to hit about here.
You reckon he'll get
He's
it fit
going to
enough?
hit. He's going to hit just about 4 inches past the right-hand top pocket, and it's going to hit the right-hand rail.
That'd be my only problem. That's what I'd be thinking of. Am I going to go in off?
I think he's just had that little bit of doubt put in his mind about the in-off because he shook his head.
Oh. And yeah, that cushion didn't sound really, really good.
I'm not sure what he played there. I think he might have tried to double it back down the right-hand bottom pocket, which is a very, very hard shot to play.
And to stay inside is still too.
Now, I'd back myself to go frame from here. These balls are all out on the open.
Yep.
And I'm sure Matty's going to back himself to go out from here too.
Yep. Matty needs to get a little bit lucky here to come back around this ball down here, down the bottom, down near the ball line. He needs to get fairly lucky.
Yeah, that'd be a handy ball to be on. But I'll tell you what, he's had a result.
He's got really, really lucky.
He's got a huge result.
He's got very lucky.
That's he should go buy a lotto ticket because you don't see that sort of luck very often.
Only when I'm playing against Peter Miller. That's probably the only other
We
time.
all love a bit of luck when we're playing Peter Miller.
Speaking of that, I thought he'd be in tonight.
He came in Monday night. We had a cow cutter, and he rocked up about half an hour late, and I had a buy into the second round, and he's come in, he's done his usual, oh, can I buy in? And they let him buy in, and he drew me, and I knocked him out 2-0. So he was here for all of about 15 minutes, and took off home. Oh, he's got it. Oh, it's just missed.
One more rotation, he might have been there.
Yeah. He'd have to back himself to go game from here.
Just needs to compose himself.
Yep.
Use the rail a little bit, come back around.
Oh, yeah, you don't even need to get real close. You've just got to be in the ballpark. And that's good enough.
Just no stun me.
You see, but that's another prime example of playing top spin to try to push through when it doesn't work that way.
That's...
Because top spin causes the ball to bite into the rail.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
And
exactly.
he's done himself no favours with that shot. He didn't have to play that hard. It was just a simple in or over. And just roll it up. And we've just seen the replay of Simon's big black down the rail again. Oh, and we've missed it. We've missed it, but Stowie nearly jagged his red in the middle pocket, and it would have been huge. Soldy's pressed some buttons over there. And
he's trying to fix up the other camera he was, put it into a better position for us. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, this black will go very close.
But I'm very glad that Soldy doesn't work for Fox Footy, that's for sure. We'd be in a lot of trouble.
Mate, could you imagine if he was... He'd be the cameraman finding the bird with the biggest jugs in the crowd. And looking at her.
He would.
Look.
There we go. Pure gold. Absolute gold. Down a little bit more, please.
What did I say? See? He's at it.
Yeah, he is. Oh, that's a big effort, but...
that was a very gutsy shot.
Yes. I think we're looking at 6-all.
Oh, salty. Salty.
Stop it.
Go the bush, man. We are certainly looking at 6-all. And I'm going to tag Staff in. He's going to take over.
No worries, mate.
I'm going for a smoke, then I'll come back and take over.
Yep. Beautiful.
And I've got the local cable stuck in.
I'm back, Burry.
About time, mate. About time.
All right.
I think we nearly need to have a vodka raspberry.
It could be about that time too, actually, couldn't it? All right, so 6-all, and I did say it could go down to the wire, even though obviously Park out to that earlier lead 4-1 before, but Mowbray have just kept chipping away and have stuck with them now. So
Yep.
It's going to be a good last couple of frames.
Yep. So we've got John Knowles and Steve Morehouse.
Yes. Yep.
Maury, as they call him.
Game, yeah.
And
Yeah, he's
Knowlesy.
been playing pretty well, Maury. So.
We'd like to make a challenge for ourselves, don't we?
Good work, though. You've fall back in from 4-1 down.
Should have a good game here.
Just had Smithy over here giving us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Great commentary tonight, he said.
Saying they like to make it hard for themselves, and I think they've done it the hard way to get here through the final series. So
Yeah, well, who'd they knock off Tuesday night?
I believe they played.
It was Riverside?
Yeah, they played Warriors in the first final, which was an elimination. They were 7-5 down and won the last 3 frames to win that one, 8-7, and then they knocked off Riverside last week. I think they got up 8-4 over them. They were too strong last week.
That's
Played really well.
That's a big win against
It
Riverside.
is, and
they've been playing well.
I actually tipped Riverside to be in the finals. So, yeah, they played really well last week, and so yeah, they've got here the hard way, but it's always more incentive to
Sometimes it actually works in your favour
It
too,
does,
though.
yeah.
It does if you just keep playing all the way through.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, yeah, it's certainly shown tonight. That's for sure.
That's right. Right, some more. He's taken the Reds here. He's going to drop this one in and land on his hard ball straight away.
Yep, beautiful. Just needs to run it across over the pocket, leave it there.
Yeah, that's right.
Or is he thinking something else?
He's having a look. Still think he's going to take this straight away.
Oh, he's going aggressive.
Okay, yep, he's
going aggressive. Gee.
That's all well and good. I probably wouldn't have potted it, to be honest. Just until I had a sure enough angle to break up the red to the right here on the yellow. But
well, he hasn't got a shot to the centre. Really, the only shot that he's got is to the left-hand top corner.
Yeah, that's right.
Really, it's the only shot he's got, and the only shot that'll keep him out off the in-off as well. So
yeah.
Oh, but it looks like he
might just have a side of it. Oh, so yeah,
he thought he could wing it.
Just didn't have enough on that on the one in the middle that he was playing for.
And Johnny Knowles has made it a little bit harder on him now.
Yeah, he's.
Oh, he's overcooked her.
Okay.
He has overcooked her.
There's only one real result there, and he's got that yellow off the rail down the bottom here, but suppose. Yeah, them two near the middle, they're very tied up.
Yeah, I'd personally, I'd probably be trying to move them now.
Yeah,
yeah. Near the button.
Even if he can just softly run into it and just use the jaw to just bring it back out a little bit.
Exactly. That's
not
worked
too
out
bad.
pretty good.
Yeah. Didn't think he'd hit it that hard, but that still worked out fine. So pretty much forced him to move this yellow ball, which
opens them all up then.
Well, that's right. I'd be wanting to leave that there, but he's.
It's not a bad leave.
He's brought it back onto the other end, but still goes. So it's pretty much one hard ball in the middle right, close to the rail there, and.
Only shot he's really got is the red near the yellow, where he can just dump on it and put that yellow back on the rail.
Yeah, that's right.
To make
and
it
then
hard.
just if he gets a fine glance off the side of it, he can bring his white back in behind them reds again.
That's it.
And then kills his yellow, opens up that red,
and
still leaves nothing.
Pushes it down. That's all he needs to do. Get a little bit of control back again. Yeah, that's
fine. Right. That's fine. It's hard to see what angle he had from there, but that's worked out fine. So. Looks like he's going to play for the one in the middle here, and oh no, he's gone for a bit of distance by the looks of it.
And got a little bit fortunate.
Yeah, well, he's pretty much left it out on the rail by the looks of it, so.
And I'll leave you with the last few games, mate.
No worries, Burry. Cheers, mate.
No worries.
Got Phil joining us back here again. He's still double parked, but anyway,
so
that's
the
fine.
dream team's backed, and yes, I am still double parked. And
Right, so
Geez, we've got a tight little competition here at the moment, haven't we?
Yeah.
She's blow for blow.
So we've got Maury on the reds here.
And he's probably looking at a little nick into the middle here.
Yeah, and you can just bring that red closest to it just out a little bit further.
He can.
Oh, he's actually hit that one first.
I don't know whether he's opted to do that or whether that was an accident.
I'm pretty sure he was trying for the cut in the middle there. He's just...
But old John's weighing up his odds.
So.
That mustn't pass to that middle because he's opted to not play it and he's reaching for the rest.
So we've got them all open here, pretty much.
And the yellows are very open.
Just all about your white ball now, isn't it? So
that's right. It's about white ball control. And I don't know whether this would be a great shot for position, but Jesus, that...
Whoa. That is a very interesting choice shot there. I thought he might have just ran through it and tried to play the one beside the black back down maybe, or the left-hand side one to the middle, but he's just...
well, that's what I was looking at.
He's come straight in on him.
But he's had a fair dip at him, and he's...
Tell you what.
I'm not sure what he's playing here. That ball doesn't nick into the middle.
Don't think it cuts, no.
It was
okay, so Maury's well in control.
Way too far past that middle pocket. Yeah, I think he's just gone favourite.
So I'm running this red on the left-hand side, bottom left.
Oh, definitely.
Straight away.
And you're just playing that in or over.
Yeah.
Because if it pots, you can play the one closest to the bottom rail.
Exactly, back to the bottom right.
Back to the bottom right. I don't like this because it's potentially killing the black.
Yeah, so
he's gotten a little bit fortunate as he's on the ball to the bottom left. But
see, if he left that there and worked his other balls out first, he could have got a better angle to pot that and not kill the black and still have the black over the middle.
I'll tell you what, how's this? To go game from here, play the ball to the top left-hand pocket.
Yep.
Then you've got the one to the middle left-hand pocket. You can then spin back off that and play the one down the rail, the red into the bottom left, and then double the black in the middle.
Sounds like a bloody great plan to me, Phil.
Does. I think he's pushing into the middle.
Oh, he's gone for the middle. So the only problem there, he's left his red ball right out of his connecting sort of.
That's right. All those shots linked up where now he's got one up the top of the table he's going to have to make position on.
That's right.
And old Johnny's going to block this bottom right-hand pocket.
Try and sit this over the... He's hit it too hard though. Now Maury's got a chance to run this yellow on the right-hand rail. Just run it up.
Over the right-hand bottom pocket. I think he's going to go the pot. No, he was looking at the pot.
He could go the middle and get down to this other one that's furthest down the table. Depends which way you're more comfortable going, but
I'd possibly be playing the one down the rail.
Yeah, that'd be my first option, to be honest. He needed to run through that a bit more anyway.
Because he's really got to. He's either got to block the bottom left pocket here, or punch the one in to the top left pocket and come off the rail and back down.
So I'm not sure if he was trying to take that one in the middle to run this red back down to the bottom right.
Yeah, he might have got a bit of stun where he wanted backspin.
Where he just wanted that little drawback. But
yeah, a little bit of back. But you've got to punch this in. You can't lolly it in. You've got to...
It's nice. That's all right.
I don't
think he's...
I disagree. I don't think he's hit that nice at all. You had to get the white back down at least centre table off that shot.
I think when he took that first red to the middle, he might have been in two different minds about the shot anyway. So
he's played it a little bit tentative, and
he's just basically going to have to find glance off this one here and try and tuck the white up.
I don't think he can run it over the pocket. But
oh no, he had enough on it. I
did have enough.
Couldn't see that much of it.
I didn't think he could
That's
hit
a
that
lovely
either.
shot.
And we've got people standing right behind the shot saying they didn't think they could do it, so that he could do it. So I'll tell you what though, he hasn't got a bad angle to punch this into the bottom left and come out sort of near the black spot and then double the black.
Yeah, just
and leave the white dead on the
just
rail.
a few inches back from the black spot and just play himself a double, and he'll be backing himself to pot that, mate.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he'd definitely be backing himself. And
Okay, well, I thought he might have punched that a bit harder, but
he's not striking him confidently.
Mm.
He's rolling them all in. And I think it could be detrimental, because if he tries to roll this in, he could get the old double kiss.
yeah, that's right.
You've got to hit this with some pace to get the white out of the way.
Let's see, is he looking at the face cut or?
Oh, you'd have to be looking at the face cut.
He's done it, and that is a brilliant shot.
And
he's backed himself.
And he's backed himself, and he's played that confidently.
That was the thing, like I said, he's got to
And
back
he's
himself and
Simon's
punch
black
it.
again. Punching it down the rail and pops straight up off the shot.
We love seeing that shot, don't we, Phil?
That is a huge shot. That's about the 7th time we've seen it tonight.
Salty's
Salty's favourite replay.
reliving that moment. Here we go. That's a lovely shot. That is a lovely shot.
And see, that's where he's played that shot with confidence to get the white out of the way.
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
going
right.
to pot this.
Yeah. Beautiful, look at that.
Where his other shots where he needed to play
Well,
with
that
confidence.
last red, he just
just
it's
lollied
like he
it
just
in.
wanted to roll it in.
Yeah.
Whereas I thought he would have backed himself to.
Maybe he backed himself to play the double from there. Maybe that's how he prefers to play
I
it.
still thought he would have punched it back out, get it out of
7-6 to Mowbray.
So 7-6, and Mowbray on the heel, and they've had a really good fight back, mate.
They have. They've come back from 4-1
momentum was going Park's way that straight away. Mowbray were looking a bit flat. You know, there wasn't much talk, and they got right back into the game.
They've G'd themselves back into it.
And now they're...
And we've got... I do believe Jason's playing young Matty from the park. And
now this will be a good game.
If the frame Matty played
well, like you said,
in
Phil,
the last round...
Like you said, Phil, if he had have played in the first round,
it could be all over.
Fair chance it could have been done. Because
That's
the way
right.
he played,
well,
from being subbed in...
I was speaking to the guys out the back, and apparently he's their number one. And if he came in and played the way he did in the second round, which that's supposed to be a W there, he quite possibly would have made him 5-zip in the first round.
That's right, yeah. So this will be a really good game here.
Matty Peterson won in the second round, not John Knowles. It's the other way around.
So we've got Smithy to break here for Mowbray.
And if he comes up dry, Matty will do some damage. So he has not come up dry. He has had a fantastic break.
That is lovely. He's potted 2 yellows straight out.
And yellows to the ball straight away.
Yeah, you're taking them straight away.
Without a second thought. You know, Reds aren't too bad
either.
You can definitely do some damage on Reds, but I'd be...
Probably taking the one close to the black
I'll tell you
spot
what, how's this? You take Reds, you put the one to the middle, and then you run that one straight up the rail and block that top pocket.
So that's the thing, you could take Reds and still be comfortable. But yeah, he's opted for Reds.
He's opted for yellows, and he's going the big cut to the top left-hand pocket. No, he's not. I don't like that shot.
Yeah, that wasn't my
so early on in the game. Why play a negative shot?
See, I would have probably taken this one near the black spot.
Oh,
Tried
definitely.
To cut in and
definitely.
come back
If
down
I was
and then
going yellows,
get on
that's
these
the shot I
balls.
would have played.
get on these balls at the top,
and then come back down.
Work back up to your black.
And, you've got the yellow to the bottom right and then the black in the centre.
Yeah.
Left centre.
All right, so he's got another chance here anyway. And
Young. Yeah, he's got to do some damage here.
Yeah.
Those because the Reds are only one maybe 2 shots away from being better balls.
That's right. Lovely shot.
That is a great shot. And
actually,
that
did
could
kick in
be
back a little bit, but that's worked out really well.
that could be a match winner.
Yeah. And he hasn't really left a lot either, so it's basically Smithy's just got this yellow near the middle. I don't think that goes.
Tell you what, he's trying to cut this inside that yellow.
Oh, he's had a crack and he's made it even worse. Okay.
All right, so
you're taking this one near the black spot into the bottom left.
the one on the left-hand side of the black spot. Yep.
Yeah. I think that's the only shot he's got at the moment anyway, from the looks of it.
And you've just got to get the tiniest bit of draw on it. You almost stun. You just need to throw it sort of halfway between the yellow and those chalk marks. You definitely don't want to follow it through.
He's hit it way too thick. Way too thick.
See, now young Matty's got a few choices here. One of which is playing the yellow next to the red near the right-hand middle and pushing, like playing the red first in such a way so you can push the yellow up into the 2 reds. So
yeah.
And you're putting that yellow safe.
But
I think he's going the
double. Yeah.
And that's lack of experience.
Yeah, just not
that's coming to the table and going,
experience, like,
what do I do now?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't really have a shot. I'll bang that in there.
Yeah, and even if that dropped, like, you haven't left yourself anything.
No, you've done yourself no favours at all.
But I mean, that all comes with time, knowing when to take them sorts of shots and see.
Well, ultimately, you never want to take that sort of shot.
Well, that's right,
because there's too much risk involved.
Exactly. If I'm Smithy, I'd be turning back around here.
I'd just be playing.
And I'd be playing a nick off this one on the bottom left.
Nah, I'd be playing the yellow into the red and putting the red on the side rail. Kill the red. Put your yellow out in the open.
I think
he's playing your shot.
Yeah, just finally. It's probably. Oh.
But he's fouled, and that's 2 shots.
No, it's hit.
That yellow has hit.
It has hit.
Not on the screen, it didn't.
He's played it too soft anyway. He needed to bring that yellow back out.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it was still going to leave the white ball
to get the angle to pot that yellow now, he's got to be right where the white is now.
Yeah. Oh, so
see, if he runs his red over the top pocket, which is the only shot he's got, and... No, he didn't. It was 2 shots, wasn't it? Yeah, definitely 2 shots.
It was.
That last visit was 2 shots. The yellow didn't hit the rail.
Oh, well.
We're about to see a replay of when I called 2 shots and everybody else disagreed with me.
Yes, well.
If Soldy can find the replay. What?
He said 2 shots.
He did? He didn't play 2.
We didn't call a second visit.
No. No, he didn't call 2. Hey, even on the replay, it was 2 shots.
Just having a look here on the replay to see if that
previous shot was.
No, that's a shot. Okay, so we got it on the big screen here. And that is a foul shot.
Yeah, it didn't touch. Well, there you
That
go.
was definitely a foul shot.
And the
So,
umpire didn't pick that one up, so
young Matty's been robbed there.
We'll resume play, obviously, but yeah, you called it, Phil.
We can only hope that justice prevails, because I'd hate to see a game in a final decided because of something that wasn't called.
But I mean, you got to be, as an umpire, you have to be paying attention to
That's
them
right.
kind of shots. You
can't be standing.
You've got to be walking around.
You can't be standing 7 foot away from the
That's
table.
Right. How are you going to see that and call it?
And not even on line with it.
That's right.
And not call it. That had to be. You had to be
I'm
there.
umpiring and
Can you imagine the difference 2 shots makes there?
That's right.
2 shots makes a hell of a difference there.
Exactly right.
Well, I hope young Matty from the park gets up and wins this game, and we go to 7-all, because he quite possibly would have won this with 2 shots.
Yeah, that's right. See, if I'm umpiring that, I'm walking around the table to
That's right.
be able to see them.
When we done our umpires course last year, with those sort of shots, we were taught to be standing where we could get from watching the person cueing it and not being in the way to actually seeing the result of the shot.
You've got to be able to have a clear view. You've got to be able to have a clear view.
You have to.
That's what happens.
And you have to be active. You can't be dormant standing in one spot.
Yeah.
That's why they teach you not to stand there with the rest in your hand.
Yep.
Because people tend to get the rest in their hand and they'll stand there and they'll lean on it and they won't move. You have to be active. And sadly, you know, this could cost the match. Not just the frame, the match.
That's right.
The game is, you know, this is like, it's like not calling a 50-metre penalty and the team's a goal behind with 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, exactly right. Be interesting to see what he plays here.
I reckon that yellow. I reckon that yellow just about passes.
You reckon it just sneaks
They're
past?
tricky. They're tricky. Watch
Very
like these.
tight. It is hard to see the angles.
So he's in a little bit of.
Thought he might have tried to double it back towards the middle. He might have been trying that.
How's
shot,
this? Play into the red next to the yellow, about 1/16th ball, and leave the white on the rail, and just pop the red out just that little bit.
Yeah, so you can create that.
So you block the potting angle even more.
Yeah, and you leave him off the ball on the right hand side,
and you leave him off.
And you've still got that
yeah,
red into that.
That's
pocket.
right. So he's forced to move that yellow away from that pocket.
Yep.
Well, now he's just got to run this down over the hole, and you know that's all she wrote.
Just takes this one on the right, drops it over the pocket.
Barring a really good snooker, that's all she wrote. He's got to be looking for the snooker with his next visit to the table if he gets one.
You've got to.
Because if this drops, you can be fat on this yellow. Well, not fat on it. You're always going to be thin on it, but
But even if you can't pot it, you can just hit it enough to get it back over the pocket. See, now he's...
And now young Matty needs a huge snooker. And
I'm trying... So you got...
I'm cutting this ball
off the right side.
This ball, we're talking the third ball down from the top rail.
Yeah.
Cut that over to the left-hand top pocket, and you'll come off the rail and sit in behind the second ball from the top rail.
So
There's no value in potting that ball.
You can't start
unless he's going to pot this one in the top and play that one, play the second one from the right-hand rail down over.
He should have left that one in the middle.
You're just potting yourself into trouble.
Yeah, that's right. He should have left the one in the middle.
Yeah, definitely left the one in the middle.
Ran off the side of the one.
Yep,
just
and left
up from
him.
it,
You know, it's one rail out, and you've got the perfect safety.
Yeah,
you've got him blocked from both balls.
Then draw the 2 shots, and
Draw
then
the
they're
2
all there to
shots
pot.
and have a
Use
fucking
your
crack
2 to
at
get
him.
this hard ball out.
See now look at him.
So he's open.
He's got 2 hard balls, one out in the middle, and all Smithy's got to do here is nick the ball near the left-hand bottom pocket, over the left-hand bottom pocket, and it's game, set, match.
That's right. Well, it's not frozen because it didn't touch.
The rail. That's right.
Who asked if it was frozen?
It didn't hit the rail. That's right.
So he's just going to soft tap off this.
You know, they're me as a player.
He's gone.
He's drilled it.
He's absolutely gone for it here.
And he snookered himself. You know, is that the justice coming back into the game?
Well,
because me as a player, I
wouldn't
would have
go for that
known.
massive shot,
I would have known that didn't hit the bottom rail, and I would have called it on myself.
Yeah. We might not have seen it, but
nah, you watch them. When you hit them that soft, you watch them.
You know if they touch or not. Personally, I would have just set that up anyway, and that's a massive cut. Like
I think he's just been denied the totals. I'll go.
Okay,
I'm going to go have a look at this snooker, see if he's won or not.
He's going to have a look here. He loves it. He's got the headset on still. Yeah.
All right, with a second opinion. I didn't even get a look in.
There, and he's just been denied. He's just been denied the access.
It's pretty keen to have a look at that. Because we'll have a look from over this side.
Yeah, Phil. Oh, so he's going to try and come up and down the rail here.
Oh, I reckon that is.
Looks like he's putting too much angle on this. Looks like he's.
You can if you get a second opinion.
Okay, so he's been time fouled here by the looks of it.
Do they realise you get time out for a call of a total? Oh, more controversy. We had controversy in the second frame of this match, and we've just gotten controversy in the second last frame.
Now he can opt for ball in hand here. I don't reckon he's sure of this rule.
If he does know you can get ball in hand. He doesn't. No, he does deserve it.
So it looks like he's.
There was a foul that wasn't called towards him.
He's just lining up and hitting him here. So.
Did I turn that back on? I did.
Wait, I'm confused. What happened?
Earlier on, there was a foul that didn't get called in his favour.
So Smithy wasn't disagreeing with the time foul anyway, so there's no problem there at all. Like,
and you got to hand it to these Mowbray guys. Like one of their players, he's their number 6. they asked him, do you want to come in and play in the last round? And he said, nah, I want the best 5 to go through and do it for us. And that is the ultimate sportsmanship from their own team.
And he's another first-year player also.
No, I do believe he played in the Bridport League.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And young Matty's just fucking gone, I'm going to pot them all and then bash this one.
Yeah, well, he's getting a bit aggressive here.
I tell you what, that is a result. You just roll this in. Don't bash this one. And that is a huge result.
Okay.
She's 7-all,
So
and he has just bashed his way through to a victory.
He's just gone bang, bang, bang.
And that was huge.
And we are 7-all, guys, and here we go.
And
We're coming down
this
to
is
the last
frame number
frame.
15 on
What
a controversial night.
Yes, it has been very controversial.
With a lot of ups and downs for both sides. And I do believe we've got Chris coming in for the Park. And Leon Stanley for the Mowbray. So Chris Stevens and Leon Stanley.
It's be a really good game.
Hopefully old Zach Sater's sitting at home watching this stream tonight.
Yeah,
because he was part of this Park side. And
that's right.
And I believe with him in the side, they were quite possibly...
So if you are watching Zach,
they were,
give a shout out, mate.
They were $1.10 favourites to win with him in their side.
Yep.
And him moving to Hobart has really hurt them, but it hasn't hurt them because they're still here tonight,
that's right, yeah.
and they're still putting up a show. So
would have been great to see Zach here tonight playing. Very solid player.
He is. He's been playing for a lot of years, and hopefully he can get into a side down there in Hobart and further his 8-ball because
definitely.
they play a different brand of 8-ball down in Hobart.
Definitely. And Zach's one of them players. He can learn a lot and learn a lot quickly down there too. So
he certainly can.
So we've got Burry. Big Burry stepping in to
And
umpire the
Mark
last game.
Burr,
there
probably
will be no
the-
controversy here
Probably
with, Burry.
the second or third most senior umpire here is umpiring the final frame.
He will be onto it. He will be onto it.
He will be. He will be onto the timing. He'll be onto the calls. You won't see any lazy umpiring here.
That's right. And this is
this is what you want for a last frame. The deciding game in the last game of the season.
That's right.
And here we go, folks. Chris is about to break, and he has almost potted the bloody black off the break. You do not want yellows here.
Wow.
You do not want yellows.
I don't want any. Can we re-rack them? Can we re-rack them?
Actually, that probably would have been the best option, is the black drops and you get a re-rack
That
and
would have
Chris
been
breaks
a
again.
perfect result if that black drop, mate, because I do not like any of these.
Leon's looking at these and going, I do not want the yellows.
No.
I do not want the yellows. Because you've got 2 yellows that need to go past the black.
I'm taking the reds.
You take that red to the middle.
You've got to take the red to the middle. But yeah, them yellows can just get out of the way. They're no good.
Yeah, they can stay there.
I do not like them one bit.
He's
And
going for them,
I
though.
think he's actually going to take them. Okay. Tell you what, I do not like the yellows at all.
No. No, I do believe that was a mistake. Well, you've got the safety of the yellows around the black, I suppose, if you want to play a catch-up game later on. Like pot a couple here and then clear one. Like you can pot this one down the rail and then clear one of your hard balls near the black. Even clear both of them. Come off the... Punch this in the bottom. Well, not punch it, but roll it in the bottom. Pop back out off the rail. Play the yellow...
Or even just try and get them back
near
out
the
in
centre
middle,
of the
maybe,
bottom
get them back
rail.
in play, or I mean,
this one.
Yeah.
The one closest to the centre of the bottom rail, into the rail, and pop them both out.
Yeah. Jeez, he's hit that.
He's
bit
played a
soft
little
there.
layup shot there that was
And Burry,
well underway.
Burry is right onto the umpiring here, and this is great to see. There will be no controversy here in this game. Unless someone throws a cue at someone
Or breaks their cue over the table.
Yeah. All right.
So how do you see this game unfolding? Do you see a foul black to decide the match?
Well, we've seen him before. We've seen him before.
We've seen just about everything else tonight.
This guy behind me, he knows all too well what fouling on a black is like in a deciding frame. But it's really hard one to pick for me, Phil.
Reds don't look great, but I'm still favouring them.
Yeah, see.
You just pop this over the hole and let him do some work on the yellows.
But
You've got nothing on the Reds here.
Nah.
You've got a hit and hope.
He's very...
Oh, that red closest to where the blue spot would be on a snooker table, that quite possibly passes to the bottom pocket.
Yeah.
I think he's playing for the cannon, which is fraught with danger because you're sending balls down here.
No, I think he's looking at the ball that you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the shot.
Except
over the pocket.
Would have been
Not
great
in.
if it sat, but...
You've got to break these two up, the two together.
Yep.
Well, out of the three, the two that are touching, you need to.
Soon as he can-
I'll tell you what, that nearly goes off the yellow, off the red, closest to the bottom pocket.
As soon as he can break them 2 free, the Reds
Well,
are...
it's given him a chance.
Reds are laughing, aren't they? So
they don't pop from where they are.
So there's having a good look here, and
he'd be going close to running out of time.
Burry's straight onto it. He's...
I'm not sure whether that's a miss or a try to contain shot.
I'm not sure if he was trying to leave the white ball save or he's just had a bad miss to the middle. But,
I think it was a bad miss to the middle.
He's let Leon in here and take this one straight in the middle.
See, I'd be playing the ball just below the left-hand middle to the bottom pocket. I wouldn't be doing that. You know, I can see this game being won by the bottom left-hand pocket.
Yep.
And whoever gets control of it. And I can't see Leon getting control of it this visit. But
Tell you what, he could near nick off the side of this one he's looking at, off the left-hand side, and try and tuck it up under the black.
He's playing off the... Yeah.
Okay, so he's killed that. He wanted to get over the middle by the looks of it,
but that
not the shot.
That is just about frozen on that rail.
That's no good there at all. I thought a nice little glance off the left side of it, tuck in behind that.
I was thinking the other way. I was thinking come off the right-hand side of it with just a little bit of right-hand side, so you kick both balls out from away from the black.
Yeah.
That was my thought pattern. See, I don't like that either, because now Leon can take this bottom left-hand pocket.
Yeah, that's right.
And as I said before, I believe that's where this game's won or lost.
The only problem is now is that last yellow he played.
Yeah, on the rail, it does make it hard. But having that pocket,
that keeps him. Yeah, keeps him.
It keeps him right in the game. Chris has got this red here, his lowest red on the table. He's nearly got to get that out now. He can't double it because the white's naturally going to go towards the black.
Yep.
He's nearly got to take. He's nearly got to take this shot on that he's looking at now.
He's trying to put the cannon into the middle by the looks of it, and he's paid.
He's drilled it.
So I think he's got enough gap. This lowest red, he's got enough gap to be able to come back in under this bottom left yellow.
Where's your cue ball going off that shot?
Not now, I mean, but it does go under there.
He could play it. He could play it now.
He could play it now, but like you said,
I think his cue ball's coming.
Well, he's going to.
And it's probably going to hit the yellow above the black.
Yeah,
so that'll leave him a shot to the middle.
He's looking at it.
So he's looking at it. And
I think he might miss that.
I think it's a
I
shot.
think he might miss that yellow, and he's coming back towards the middle. It'll be coming back towards the middle. Oh, he's sort of.
If he hit that where we were thinking, he was hitting that yellow.
So now, run this hard yellow straight down. You've got to take this one on the rail, back yourself.
Put it all the way up.
Yeah.
He's just asked for frozen ball.
Run it down the rail.
And he's been told it's frozen. So he's got to remember to hit a cushion here. So if he lances off the side of it, this could be a foul. But he hasn't. He's punched it up the top.
That's a great shot.
And that is huge.
Himself on the middle.
Nah, that's a big cut into the middle.
Yeah.
I'd be doubling the one closest to the black out of there right now.
Get that out of the way, yeah.
Yep. Up over the top right-hand pocket.
Yeah, yep. That's what
Get
he's
it out of
looking
there.
at too, so.
He's got the bottom left. He takes the top right, and this game's his.
He's definitely got to get out of the way now, though.
And that's what he's doing. He's doubling this to the top right-hand pocket. He's hit that a bit thick, but that doesn't matter because...
As long as it sits out, and it has.
Chris has to take either one of these two pockets here right now.
Yeah.
He has to take the bottom left or the top right. If he doesn't get either, he may as well be signing the match over.
What's he looking at here? He's looking at this other one. So
that's probably the one I'd be playing straight up.
I think that's probably the easier.
It's the easier one of the two.
Easy shot, but that's
but
the
I'd be
easiest.
playing this rail first.
All right.
And that could be all she wrote. A couple of favourable shots and...
Well, he plays this right, he can land back on the one that's tied up with the red into the middle.
That's right. I don't think he plays them that hard though. He has.
He has, and he's landed on it, and he's telling it to slow down. So he's got to take it now. If he's going out, he's got to take it now.
Yeah, I don't like the angle the white's coming off it though.
Yeah. It's going to leave him very tough next shot.
Like, you've really got to punch it in with top left-hand side to straighten the white up, because otherwise you're going towards the red in the top right.
Yeah.
And see, that's exactly the angle I was talking about. He's going towards the red in the top right-hand side if you don't punch it with top left-hand. And Chris is back in this frame. I would have liked to have drawn that ball back.
Yeah.
Probably another 8 to 9 inches.
Didn't come back real far, did it?
So you could play this a bit straighter.
He's landed himself in trouble there.
He has. I can't see what he's got here. He's got a double.
Well, he's just gone for an absolute Kernsey.
Has he got a result? He's got half a result there.
It's not too
because it's going to be hard to land on that yellow.
Wow.
I'll tell you what though, all you do here is you pop the yellow in the middle, you come back about 5 inches to where that chalk mark is. You punch the other yellow off the rail into your yellow near the bottom left-hand pocket.
You've got to get it
Pot
back
that.
up in there, don't you?
Both the white and that yellow come over this side. You pot that to the left-hand bottom and it's game over.
Yeah.
And
he's overcooked that a little bit.
To play it as hard as you have to, the shot I was just talking about, he's going to pot the black here, so he'll just double this yellow out of there.
Yeah, he's just tried to run the white ball.
And it's not too bad a shot.
Not too bad.
But I'd just be running this red over the top left-hand pocket and popping the white back off the rail, leaving him nothing. Like, there's very serious faces in the background there. Burry's in the way of the camera angles,
Yep.
so Saldy's just changed it, and Burry's changed his spot.
Oh, he's gone for a face cut off the rail there.
That's not a bad result.
I think you double this back up.
You double it over the bottom
back
left.
Up and leave the white behind that red that's on the rail there.
No.
Oh,
if that's me, you've got to lay up safety.
Yeah.
Straight up.
That's fine.
You're looking at a terrible snooker if I'm playing this shot right now, and I dare say Chris will do the same thing. No, it looks like he's getting into it.
I think he's going to try and bring it down to, towards his pocket. Yeah, no, he's left the gap though.
There is a huge gap there, and that very well could be the match. There's a big gap for that yellow. That yellow flies in there.
Yeah.
So you pot this one in the middle, come down off the bottom rail, back out maybe 4 inches, 5 inches. Punch this one in the bottom, and the black's over the hole. It's been there the whole game.
He's going for that. He's going for this one straight away. It's probably too big of a cut in the middle.
Oh, that is terrible shot.
Oh, see,
that is the worst outcome he could have hoped for. You had to play the shot to the middle. It was a big cut, but it had to be played.
Yeah. So now he's got to. I mean, this is one of the finest cuts to the middle.
He's trying to cut it over 90 degrees.
Yeah, it's...
And from where he is...
You're going to lose control of your white.
You know, he's nearly got to try to play this... Oh, geez, you can't even do it. He's nearly got to try to double this down over the black and smother the black. Because that's game, set, match.
I'll tell you what, this could be very well game here. And he's left him wide open for Chris.
And Chris has just taken some time away from the table.
So
he's chalked his cue.
He just takes this one.
He's going to watch his shirt.
Nice little drop in.
Burry's watching his shirt. Roll that in. He's got
drops this.
He's got 3 roll. He's now got 2 roll-ins.
Yep.
And they've won.
And she's game over.
And that's how much shot selection.
Yeah.
That's how important shot selection is. You play the right shot. And
we have our...
I dare say we've creamed, unless he belts it, which he won't.
Div 1 premiers for the NTEBA.
The Div 1 premiers.
Park Hotel are our premiers. 8-7.
That'll be myself and Aiden signing off from the night. Congratulations to both teams for making it.
Teams.
And for both teams from the Division 2.
Had a feeling it would come down to the wire. And
we've had one exciting final here on the Div 1 side. And on the Div 2 side, it was, you know, it looked like a whitewash, but the frames could have gone either way.
Oh, that's right. So, once again, well done to Park Hotel and
well done to the Launceston Workmen's Club Vikings for the Div 2.
Div 2, their first season.
So yeah, they've done extremely well in their first season, and the Parks just claimed their first Div 1 grand final in living memory. So congratulations to them. They're having hugging embraces there in the background.
That's it.
And we're extremely happy, and thanks for watching tonight. I hope the commentary wasn't too bad.
See you next time.
Well done.